Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. One of the most familiar sounds in the world today is the ring of the telephone. It produces a predictable reflex action. The phone rings, you pick it up. It's only too human to want to know who's on the other end. The impulse always is to answer. An impulse you should never have succumbed to if your name had been Betsy Grant.
I don't mean to stick my nose in your business, lady, but it looks like someone is tailing you.
Me? Where?
The little brown foreign job, 2 cars back.
Oh.
Want I should lose him?
Yes. Please, cab driver, please. Oh, if you possibly can, please. Lose him.
Our mystery drama, The Sound of Terror, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Patricia Elliott. It is sponsored in part by True Value Hardware Stores. I'll be back shortly with Act One. It was the sergeant of police in Gilbert and Sullivan's Pirates of Penzance who sang the sad complaint. A policeman's lot is not an happy one. Watching Detective Sergeant Ed Ritter and his girlfriend Betsy Grant as they snake along in weekend traffic after a day at the beach, it would be hard to agree with Gilbert's line. This is one happy policeman, relaxed and obviously very much in love. And so is Betsy, her eyes locked on his strong young face as he talks while he drives.
Oh, boy, what a day. You know, in spite of all the traffic, I feel great. How about you, Ben?
Yes, honey. I'm so relaxed. I don't know if I'm asleep or awake.
Well, I better get you straight home if you're that tired.
Oh, I'm not tired. Just full of sun, salt, and sea air. And happiness. And love. In a world of my own. Our own. The other one doesn't even exist.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry you brought that up.
What?
The other world. I mean this one. I gotta check in, see what's going on.
And the commissioner himself has ordered all leaves canceled. All off-duty personnel to report as soon as possible. That is all personnel. Uniform or plainclothes. Now, this announcement will be repeated shortly. At the moment, we have a 1040 at Blyer and Spain Streets. Cars 103, 216, and 180 are ordered there. Please contact Central and each other and coordinate. Repeat, there is a 1040 at Blyer and Spain.
What is it, Ed?
The 1040?
No, I know what that is. Disturbance of the peace. What's the other?
Search me, hon. I'll tell you something, though. It's something big if the commissioner is sticking his nose in.
You better call him.
Yeah, I know. It's just what I'm doing.
Shouldn't you pull over and park?
What, in this traffic? I'm practically parked already.
28th Precinct, Captain Ryder.
Jerry, it's Ed Ritter.
Where are you?
Just came out of the Midtown Tunnel after a day at the beach. I was feeling great till I cut in the squawk box. What hit the fan?
Oh, the West Arabian ambassador to the UN went and got himself abducted. Now, look, boy, you better get down here as fast as you can.
Well, look, I got Betsy with me. I'm stuck in traffic. It'll take me half to 3/4 of an hour to run her home.
Buddy boy, maybe you're not reading me. I want you here 5 minutes ago. Now, you drop your gal and let her take a cab or a bus and get down here yesterday. That is an order.
Okay, Jerry. I read you.
Now what, Ed?
Got to report in immediately. Honey, it looks like you're going to have to grab a cab home. I'll give you some money.
Oh, I don't need a cab. Just drop me at 9th Avenue and I'll take a bus.
You will take a cab. I'm not taking any more chances with you than I have to.
Ed, I'm a big girl, a city girl. I can take care of myself. What's got you so uptight?
I'm going to turn on the siren, honey. I got to move. Someone kidnapped the West Arabian ambassador to the UN.
Oh, What's his name?
Who?
The ambassador.
Oh, I'm not sure. Mohammed Hassim or something, isn't it?
Something like that.
Why?
I don't know. It just seemed the thing to ask. Who do you suppose kidnapped him?
Search me, Donnie. At a guess, I'd say some terrorist group.
We're not going to have that here.
Look, we've all been holding our breath that wouldn't start here the way it has in the rest of the world.
That couldn't happen to us.
Oh, really? Why not? I can think of a heck of a lot of ways we're so much more careless than other countries. Well, listen, that isn't anything for you to worry about, Betsy. All I care about is that you take care of yourself.
You don't have to worry about me, Ed.
That's what I like to do best. You're my girl.
All the way. You know that.
You know, I don't know what we're waiting for to get married.
Family. Your folks, my folks. They all want to be a part of
Well,
it.
couldn't they wait till after?
Let's take care of the family first. After is for us.
Okay, baby. Hey, come on, I gotta move. Hey, kiss goodbye.
Uh-huh. Kiss forever.
I love you. But if I don't get you out and head for the precinct, I won't be able to afford to marry you.
Go on, Sergeant. Answer your bugle call.
Yeah. Now listen, you go straight home. I want you to take a cab, not a bus.
All right. Whichever comes first. I'll wait by this covered bus stop right by the phone booth. Oh, here's the bus. I've got to run.
Hey, I said a cab.
Why waste money? I didn't have to run too much. It was a 107. No good for me. When it pulled away, I was all alone at the bus stop. It was clouding up and looked like rain. I was glad I had some shelter while I was waiting. There weren't any cabs available anyway. The traffic in the tunnel was thinning out, and it was starting to get dark. I don't know just at what point I found myself feeling lonely, but what made me realize it was when the phone started ringing. How do you feel when a phone rings and no one answers? I know how I do. Sure, I know it was a public phone, but it's sort of a reflex. After like the sixth ring, I couldn't help myself. I picked it up, and this voice said,
Ahmed, it is Kleber. They came through with the ransom. It is on its way to the pickup. Tonio is there. Now, do we pick it up even though Hassim is dead? Ahmed? Who is this? Ahmed? Understand? No.
What had I gotten myself into? Even in the act of hanging up, I'd seen a man in the building across the street on the second floor pull the shade up to stare at me and then rip it down as if to conceal his face. At the same moment, I spotted a cab and hailed it. I clambered in, desperately shouting my address, for the man was already on his way across the street. As the cab pulled away, I remembered that the phone started ringing again. My cab driver was in no hurry. I'm kind of late, driver. Could we speed it up?
What do you want? I should drive through a red light and get a ticket?
No, but as soon as you get the light, would you please hurry?
I don't like tickets.
Well, please make it as fast as you can. I looked back. The man had gone into the booth and was answering the phone. Just as the light changed and we began to move, he came running out and towards us. The light, it just changed.
I got eyes, lady. It's no sweat. These here lights are timed for 35 miles an hour all the way north. What's the rush?
I want to get home.
So do I. But I got a lot longer to sweat it out than you.
I looked back. The man had stopped, frustrated, under a streetlight. I could see his face clearly. I didn't like it then, and I would have reason to like it even less later. As we pulled away, he ran back towards the cars parked along the curb. My hacky had the lights timed now and was rolling along smoothly. At 42nd, we ran into snags, and by the time we cleared traffic, the hacky was in communication again.
Hey, lady.
Yes?
I figured you earlier for just some nervous dame in a hurry, but you in trouble?
But what do you mean?
I don't mean to stick my nose in, but it kind of looks like somebody might be tailing.
Where?
The little brown foreign job. Here, 2 cars behind on the left. You recognize it?
I don't know.
You want I should lose it? Maybe just on general principle.
I can't see who's driving, but do you really think he's following me?
Listen, I drive a hack in New York. You learn a lot about human nature and all. The good and the bad. You ask me a question, I give you an answer. From the experience I got rolled up, yeah.
I don't want him to follow me home.
I'll lose it for you.
For the first time, he wasn't just a something, but a somebody. He really got into the whole thing like it was a game, cutting lights, switching turns from right to left, doubling back and forth, until finally he drove me up to the brownstone where I had my apartment.
There you are, lady. 99A West 83. And all alone.
Here's the fare, and something extra for losing my follower.
Well, all in a day's a night's work. I kind of got kicks from it. Yeah. Hey, what are you, with the government or some kind of TV or movie star?
Neither. Nobody.
Oh, what was it? Your ex or something?
I beg pardon?
Your husband. Who was following you?
Oh, no, I don't even know that there was someone following it. Just these days, the gal can't be too careful.
You got it. You want us to see in?
No. I'll be all right.
It's kind of gloomy down there in the basement.
Oh, that's just the front. In back, it's gorgeous.
Good night. Hey, watch your step.
I will. And thanks again for the help.
You can't do something for somebody every now and then. Watch life. Good night.
Oh, darn. Why does this key always stick? Oh, I'm coming. Hello?
It's me, hon. You just saved me heart failure. You get home all right?
Yes. Well, no, Ed, I've got to talk to you.
Well, any time but now, hon. I can't. This West Arabian ambassador thing is so big.
But that's what I want to talk to you about, Ed. Oh, this is the craziest coincidence, or whatever.
Betsy, I can't stay on the phone. We're on a citywide alert.
Ed, what I have to tell you is something about that.
Well, okay. If you have anything, make it fast.
Okay, the bus I ran for. Remember? It wasn't a 12. It was a 107. You know, that's the one that cuts across 57th to the east side. And
Don't give me the bus routes. Get to the point.
Oh, all right. So I didn't take that, but everyone else did. So I was alone, and while I was waiting for a bus or a cab, the phone rang.
The phone?
Well, you know, there are a couple of public booths there.
Oh, yeah, all right. So what?
Well, you know how it is when a phone keeps ringing. A person feels they ought to answer.
You mean you answered a public phone that was ringing?
Well, yes, I did. I don't know why. It's hard to explain, but anyway, I picked up the receiver, and right away, there was a guy there saying that the money was ready to be picked up even though Hasim was dead, and there was this man who tried to follow me. Only the taxi driver, a marvelous guy named Jake Brown, was able to lose him, and then it... Who are you? You're the man who followed me.
I did not even try to. You have a very clear voice. When you told the cab driver where you were going, I could hear it even across the street.
How did you get in here?
If you leave the keys in the door, who cannot follow? Come along. We must leave.
What do you mean? Leave?
Oh, my dear young lady, if you must involve yourself in international intrigue, you must take the consequences. And I am sorry to say, once you possess the wrong knowledge, the consequences obviously cannot be pleasant.
A little knowledge is a dangerous thing, and it seems that inadvertently, Betsy Grant, responding to a very human and reasonable compulsion by the simple act of answering a telephone, has gained an amount of information that is dangerous, particularly to a man named Ahmed, who is responsible for many deaths in the past, a man who has nothing to lose by causing more of them in the future. I shall return shortly with Act 2. If the ringing of an unanswered telephone is so frustrating, there is another sound made by Alexander Graham Bell's invention that is even more frustrating. The busy signal, which has been caused by a sudden interruption in service. It can become unbearable. Worse than that, in the case of Detective Sergeant Ed Ritter, terrifying, for he knows intuitively that it was human intervention that broke the connection on his phone call to Betsy.
Ed, where are you? Come on, we're on assignment.
I'm trying to reach Betsy.
Well, I thought she called you.
Yeah, she did.
It's okay. I told you no long conversations. I'd be waiting in the car.
Jerry, Everything's changed since then. I got a lead. I got to call Betsy back.
Call her back? What'd she do? Hang up on you?
Here, listen.
Hey, so it's a busy signal. You can't hang around till she gets off the phone talking to her mother or some girlfriend.
No. It isn't like that, Jerry. But you see, Betsy was talking to me, and someone broke the connection.
Ed, buddy, look, you're my best friend. I love you like a brother. But right now, we got no time for personal stuff. We got a big case to break.
This has to do with the case, Jerry. I told you I had a lead.
What, for Betsy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, when I dropped her after you told me to get straight to the precinct, she was waiting for a bus, you see, and this phone began to ring.
What phone?
A coin phone right by the bus stop.
So?
So Betsy answered it.
What? She answered the public phone that was ringing? Was she expecting a call?
No, it was just... But, you know, a phone rings, keeps ringing. If nobody else picks up, you do it.
Not me. What for?
Well, it's human nature. Someone maybe is in trouble, needs help. I don't know.
Okay. So she picks up the phone, and this voice
On the other end, starts right in and says, okay, the dough is ready to be picked up. Do they go ahead even if Hasim is dead or what?
Hey, wait a minute. Hasim? You sure she said Hasim?
Yeah.
That's the guy who was abducted.
Well, what do you think I'm trying to tell you?
Well, what are we wasting time talking? Get Betsy on the phone.
I can't. Don't you hear me? There's nothing but a busy
All right,
signal.
try her again.
No, Jerry. I'm not messing around anymore. Something's wrong. Now, I'm going over to Betsy's apartment and see for myself what.
All right, I'm going with you. Did she have any idea who the guy was that was calling?
Just that his name was Kleber. Oh, yeah, he called her by name, like the guy he expected to answer.
What name?
Ahmed.
Yeah, it's beginning to make a picture. This is no local caper. Hasim, Kleber, Ahmed, how international can you get? But what do you figure is the sense of calling a public payphone?
Well, no chance of calls being traced or bugged. And normally that time of night, the area is deserted.
Yeah, the guy, Ahmed, was right across the street waiting for it to ring.
Probably on his way down when he saw Betsy answer. You figure they had it set up on a time schedule.
Yeah. You still think he could have followed you, Betsy?
No, she didn't think so.
But you do.
Look, Jerry, suppose she could recognize him. She saw him looking out the window. Now, what would the guy figure? This whole thing is big enough to take no chances. Yes, I think he must have tailed her, and I think that's why the phone got cut off, and I'm scared of what we could find when we get to her apartment.
All right, let's not jump to conclusions. Just keep her open wide the way you are, and let's get there fast. Which is her apartment?
Basement, right down the steps.
Right, hold up. Let's move easy. You cover me, I'll try the door.
Well, I'll take it, you cover.
No, sir, I'm saving you for Betsy. Cover me, that's an order. All right, we'll start legit. I'm ringing the doorbell. Police, open up. Don't try anything. We're armed.
We're too late. How's the door?
Locked. Stand back. It ain't the first door I kicked in. Watch it. Just keep me covered.
Let me. I know where the lights are and things.
Okay, just take it easy.
The living room. I'm going to get the light.
Stay low.
Yeah, right. Nobody here.
Check behind the couch.
Yeah, for sure.
The kitchen door's open. No one there. At the bedroom?
Yeah. Doesn't look like there'll be anyone there either.
Now take it easy, Ed.
I can feel it in my bones. They got it. Look at the phone. It's off the hook. Here. This is her handbag. She never would have left that behind.
Let's look in the bedroom first before we jump to conclusions.
Hey, why? You don't think maybe...
Easy, Ed, easy. Come on. Where's the light switch?
I don't know. I guess...
Forget it. I found it. Well, there's no problem here. All neat and tidy.
Yeah, let me make sure. Under the bed.
Closet. Yeah. Bathrobe.
Well, at least they didn't total her. They must have taken her with them.
Where?
I don't know.
Betsy give you no notion about that?
No, none.
So it's up to us to find out. Let's get back to that phone.
We've got to get out an APB.
Now, don't touch that phone again. There may be fingerprints.
So what are we going to do about Betsy?
Don't panic. We got a lot to work on.
I got to answer it. It may be them about Betsy.
We'll answer it. You got a clean handkerchief?
Yeah.
Here, lend it to me.
Here.
Thanks. Huh? Oh, yes, George. This is Lieutenant Reimer. What's on your mind? Yeah? Yeah? Well, how do you read it? Okay, hold him. I want to question him myself. It doesn't look too hot, but you never can tell. No, there's nothing to stand except we're going to have to put out an APB on Ed Ritter's girlfriend. Yeah, it looks like she was snatched. You get this on the wires right away. Hold it a sec. Ed.
Yeah, what is it?
I'll fill you in on a kidnapping on our way back to the precinct. Right now we need a description of Betsy to put out on the APB. I figure you can do that better than me.
Just hope we can find her.
Oh, cheer up, kid. They didn't get the money, so we have a bargaining point, even if Hasim is dead. Now, come on, take the phone. Oh, easy. Use the handkerchief.
Okay.
Might be fingerprints we can still use.
All right, Jerry, I got it. This is Detective Sergeant Ritter with a rundown on a suspected abduction. Of Betsy. Of Elizabeth T. Adams, Caucasian, 24 years old. Eyes blue-gray, hair chestnut. Height 5 feet 4.5, weight 118. Identifying marks, one small mole on the left shoulder.
Now, the drop for the ransom money was a wire trash can on 59th under the Queensboro Bridge. There's an open playground right there and very little cover to stake it out.
But it was staked out.
Sure. We got a young detective shooting a basketball on the playground and 2 other cops in a bar nearby with good sightlines to the drop. So when the guy came, they were all on him within a couple of minutes.
So you picked him up. Is he talking?
Is he talking? A blue streak.
And what does he say?
Nothing that's much help to us. His name is H. Harrison Trimble. He graduated from Harvard, 1936.
I don't care about his name. Has he given us any leads?
Oh, Ed, he's a derelict, a bum, a wino. He fell backwards into this, an accident.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm not sure of anything until I prove it out all the way. I just didn't want you to get your hopes up. No, I don't think Mr. Trimble is the answer. Tell you the truth, I think Mr. Trimble is the fly in the ointment. The accident that blew most of our chances.
What do you mean?
Well, the ransom was $3 million. It was deposited in the trash can in 3 plain brown paper bags. Now, Trimble resides in the shadow of the bridge. I mean, he chooses to make it his home, rent-free. And he lives on other people's leavings. I don't suppose in all his years of poking through trash cans he could even have dreamed ever of turning up $3 million. But when he did, his reflex was to take it on the lam.
Yeah, but our boy stopped him.
That's right.
So, if that's the way it is, there's nothing he can tell us.
The way it looks at it.
So we're no nearer Betsy and Hasim than we were to start out with, huh?
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
What do you mean, Jerry?
Well, we know where your girlfriend answered the phone call. She looked across the street and she saw a guy who may or may not have had anything to do with all this. I've given orders to have that block checked out.
Why didn't I think of that first?
Maybe because you're still a sergeant and I'm a lieutenant. She's not my girlfriend. I can be a little more objective.
Well, we better get down there right away.
Easy, chum. It's being taken care of. They don't need us. And I'll level with you, Ed. I think it's too late. Those birds are too smart. They'll skip the coop. I think we better concentrate on Mr. Trimble and make sure he's what he seems to be.
All right, Clever. You have failed me. But first, we must get out of here fast.
Yeah, but what about the woman?
Your telephone correspondent. I have her under the influence of my own tranquilizers.
You didn't kill her like Hasim, not another accident.
Mohammed Hasim was no accident. I never intended him to live.
But the woman...
She is safe only as long as I may have need of her. You know, we must revise our plans. Come, there is no more time to waste.
Any more word, Ed?
No, not a thing. What about the bum?
Trimble? That's just what he is, a bum. I read him clean.
So, what do we do now?
How much do you love your Betsy?
That's a lousy question.
It's a lousy situation, Ed. Do you love her $3 million worth?
Now, look, you can't put a price on something like that.
You can't. I'm stretching my neck out and putting a price. We're going to hear from these guys, Ed. With luck, they won't have changed the ransom. The money is still available.
Yeah, for an Arab named Hasim, who's already dead.
We don't know that for sure. And neither do the West Arabs. So, we take our chances. That $3 million may be too late to save the ambassador. But it may save your girlfriend.
$3 million in cash floating loose. An Arabian UN ambassador who is dead, or not dead. A girl who answered the telephone and inadvertently got herself embroiled in international terrorism. Where do we go from here? That, of course, must be saved up till I return shortly with Act 3. Telephone. How many of us stop to consider how large it looms in our life? How important it is? We have already explored emotional reactions to the various sounds it makes. Now we are examining its most devastating power. The power not to make any sound while we wait helpless, hoping against hope, for it to summon us to hear whatever news we need to survive, bad or good. This is the worst suspense, when it fails to ring at all.
I don't know if I can stand it much longer, Jerry.
Come on, we both done army time. We know there's nothing harder than waiting.
And every time the phone rings, I want to jump and answer it.
And after the first few calls, you could lose that urge. People call the precinct about the craziest things.
But if Ahmed calls in...
Oh, that comes straight through to this phone here.
Why?
Because that's the contact Betsy will give him.
Yeah, if she's still alive.
Oh, now, why wouldn't she be? She could be the only bargaining point they have left.
Well, Clever, suppose you try to explain now what happened.
Everything was all set here, Ahmed. The moment the money was put in the garbage can, the grapple hook was being sent down from the bridge. I could have been there and fastened it to the container to be lifted up and away before the police closed in. But that, what do you call him, that hobo was there before I could move.
You should have shot him.
I would have, but the police were too late.
I told you to reconnoiter before you moved.
I did, but the police were so well hidden.
But it was fortunate you didn't reveal yourself and us.
But now Hasim is dead, and the money is gone.
Gently, my friend. That Hasim is dead is a triumph for my brothers. He had to go. The money is something else again. We need it.
But we can't get it now. We have no leverage.
Because Hasim is dead?
Why did you kill him, Ahmed?
My dear friend, you must understand the intricacies of terrorism. Hasim was a pawn in a game of chess. To have to conceal and control him while the game was being played was, and always is, too difficult. He was only important as long as he affected the deal. Once that was made, he was dispensable.
But you didn't get the money. How do you get it now?
Through the girl. They know she is alive. And they cannot be sure that Hasim is dead. Hand me the newspaper.
There's nothing there we don't already know.
We can use the print for what already only we know. And the girl to tell us where to send it.
This just came in the mail for you, Ed.
What is it?
Well, you better see for yourself. I got a notion it isn't personal. You want to read it to me?
To whom it may concern. We have Ambassador Hasim in our power. The ransom was not paid. If it is refused us again, he will die. Also, the woman called Elizabeth Grant. Instructions will be sent through her phone how to deliver the $3 million. You will wait for them and comply, or all will be dead.
A fanatic.
Yeah, at this point, so am I.
Try and stay cool, Ed. I'm going to need it to deal with this kind of guy.
How do I know that Betsy's even alive anymore? I I know in my gut Hasim isn't.
We don't know that for sure.
I can bet my bottom dollar. It's the way they work.
Well, we've got to let them give the lead.
Yeah, I guess.
Which still doesn't mean we can't make a few contingency plans of our own.
Yeah, but nothing that would put Betsy's life on the line.
Don't worry, she comes first. Well, second.
What do you mean, second?
First, we got to know what this Ahmed has in mind.
Are you quite comfortable, Miss Grant?
You know I'm not tied up like this. What are you trying to do?
I would not expect an unbeliever to understand what my aims are. But I know what I want. And you will do it or join Ahmed Hasim.
You mean you would kill me?
For our sacred cause and with the blessing of Allah, I shall use the sword to cut down anyone who stands in our path.
What is it that you want me to do?
I want you first to make clear to your policeman friend that the slightest attempt to try to controvert our instructions will mean your death.
If you're trying to get a ransom of $3 million, no one's going to pay that for me.
They will be paying it for Ahmed Hasim.
But he's dead.
We know that. No one else can be sure. We are going to make them be sure he is alive.
I don't understand.
You will, when we make the tape. And you will follow instructions to the letter, or you will regret it.
What do you expect me to do?
Very simply, to interview Ahmed Hasim, or what appears to be Hasim. You see, I have a hobby. I have made a tape of every word he has spoken at the UN and other places. By clipping these tapes and taking the words out of context as if answers to questions, they will serve my purpose. They will raise Hasim from the grave and win us money for the cause. So, we had better get to work, Miss Grant.
That's far enough, Ed. Now, play it forward again.
Actually, they want to be sure you're alive, Ambassador Hasim.
That I live must be obvious in spite of all the trials and tribulations in between.
Have you been mistreated in any way?
On the whole, I think giving the wide gulf between opinions reasonably fairly.
But you wish to be free.
I beg, I implore my countrymen to rise to my aid.
Ed, you've heard Ambassador Hasim. I'm sure you can tell by his speech how alive he is. And I'm begging you for my life, too. I hope you can persuade the West Arabians to still pay the ransom for our exchange. Remember, when we were kids and you were always king of the hill? Well, never mind that. 1940, what was it? 6, I guess. It's so long ago. I hope you don't forget. Please, Ed, please get us out of this. The odds are 100 to 1 against us if you don't. The men who hold us mean business. Please, contact the West Arabians. Let them hear this tape and wait for the instructions.
Cut it off. Now, what do you think?
I think we contact the Arabs and go sit in Betsy's apartment with or without them for instructions. Yes.
This is Sergeant Ed Ritter.
Yes?
Do you have the ransom?
Yes, but how do I...
3 million as before?
Yes, but tell me...
Here are your instructions. The money in a lightweight suitcase. Bills as before. You will place it tonight in a Central Park horse carriage, which will be waiting at the 72nd Street entrance. The driver has instructions to meander through the park. When we are ready and are sure the coast is clear, we will contact you to make the exchange. The money for the ambassador and the woman.
Now, just a minute.
Not even 10 seconds. We will not allow this call to be traced. Make your arrangements and wait for us to contact you again.
What do we do now?
Sit and wait again.
For what?
For the switch, the new drop, Oh, it'll be here any moment.
What do you mean?
Oh, face it, Ed. We have limited facilities, but we know the opposition always pulls a switch.
But we got them tabbed now.
Oh, have we? What?
You want Ambassador Hasim, and they won? Deliver the money as I tell you, and we free them. In the Bronx, there is a Milk Strong sign, and below it, an abandoned factory. Drop the money by the sign that says, milk is for love and wholesomeness. When you do, Hasim and the woman will be set free.
Do we answer that or just wait?
Who knows? The old familiar pattern. They're trying to cover all the false alarms and pick the one that's for real.
Yeah. You know, I've been thinking about that.
Like how?
When you heard the tape. Anything about it bother you?
Sure, that was discussed. Hasim's voice on the tape sounded like it had been cut out of public speeches and made to sound like answers to questions made up after the questions were asked.
Yeah, that was my reaction, too.
So how does that help us?
Well, it seems like one big distraction to grab off the dough and run.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Only worse than that, without any return.
All right, easy, kid.
Easy. And the girl I want to marry can be as dead as I think Hasim is long before we make the payoff. Unless we arrange our own.
And how?
Well, I've been thinking about a lot of things. Remember on the tape, Betsy said, King of the Hill?
Yeah, sure, the old kid game.
Yeah, except when we played it, it was one special place.
Yeah, where?
Well, Betsy and me, we both came from the Washington Heights district. Now, there's a park there we used to hang around.
You mean near where the drop is supposed to be?
No, nowhere near there. Let me hear that tape again.
Well, sure.
It must be obvious, in spite of all the trials and tribulations in between.
Have you been mistreated in any way?
On the whole, I think, giving the wide gulf between opinions...
No, that's not the part I meant.
Yeah, well, where?
Run it fast forward a moment. Now.
Remember when we were kids and you were always king of the hill? Well, never mind that. 1940, what was it? 6, I guess. It's so long ago. I hope you don't forget. Please, Ed, please get us out of this.
You know, that's been bothering me ever since I first heard it. She gave us a tip-off.
What do you mean?
King of the Hill. King of the Hill. That could only mean Fort Washington Avenue. And that malarkey about 46? Stop and think. 46. It's 32 years ago. Betsy wasn't even born then. No, she slipped a fast one by the guys who were holding her.
Why?
Well, it's got to be a key for us.
What kind of key, Ed?
All right, let me see now. 1946, Fort Washington Avenue. King of the Hill. Sure, the park. Right opposite where we lived. The end of Fort Washington, the big apartment. That was the number. 1946. Jerry, that's where they're holding her. That's what she was trying to tell us.
You really think she sneaked that by them?
Yeah, sure. Hey, wait a minute. She did even more. Jerry, let me hear that tape again, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Just, let it run from where you cut it off.
Sure.
Please, Ed, please get us out of this. The odds are 100 to 1 against us if you don't. The men who hold us mean business.
All right, cut it.
Please.
That's it. That's the final clue. 100 to 1. Apartment 101. That's where she's being held.
Do we try to beat the ransom rendezvous first?
And find Betsy dead like the ambassador, not on your life. So we take a chance, I figured it right. Hit the hideout before they can escape or hurt her.
Yes?
I had a telegram for a Mr. Ahmed Fatullah.
For Ahmed Fatullah.
Just hold it there, Ahmed. Don't move. You're covered 8 ways from nowhere.
You will not take me alive.
I warn you can't get out. Betsy, you all right?
Yeah, sure. Only what took you so long? Hey, where are you going, Ed? This isn't the way home.
That's right.
The Lincoln Tunnel leads straight out of New York.
That's right.
Well, where are we heading?
Anywhere will do. Elkton, Maryland, if there's nowhere closer, just so long as when we get back, we're married.
But we haven't told our families.
Well, they're just going to have to catch up.
It's kind of a rush.
But after that last 24 hours, it's time, wouldn't you say, Betsy, that you had a permanent bodyguard?
happily ever afterwards. I wonder if they ever changed their phone number, at least if it was Betsy's. But then, I doubt if it ever caused them such severe problems again. Except, do you imagine Betsy hesitates to answer it every time it rings? I'll be back shortly.
1912 was quite a year. It was the year Anna Jarvis was recognized as the founder of Mother's Day. And it was the year Whitman's Chocolates introduced the famous Whitman Sampler. 1912. Mother's Day and the Whitman Sampler sure go back a long way together. This year, celebrate a real old-fashioned Mother's Day. Give your mother a Whitman Sampler. It's been a nice way to say Happy Mother's Day ever since Mother's Day began.
This is KARZ Phoenix.
Take a look at our town. How much do you see? Keep your dial on our sound. We bring the world and lay it at your feet. 'Cause we're the sound of Phoenix. We're KARZ Radio. And anywhere a story breaks, we'll be there for you. We're 396 KARZ. We're people, caring people, reaching out, finding the things you want to know. We're people, caring people, reaching out, staying on the go. We bring it all to you, on KARZ. We bring it all to you, C96 KARZ.
At the store, they told me there's a powerful anti-itch drug I can buy without a doctor's prescription. Now, I use Vicozine cream as directed. No more burning, embarrassing itching. No more scratching. Vicozine actually speeds healing. Vicozine cream. What a relief. Time to change your laxatives. X-Lax pills gently stimulate your system's own natural rhythm, and that makes all the difference. X-Lax pills, for occasional use only as directed.
Be a perfect sleeper, perfect sleeper.
I'm Susan Anton, and there is a better way to sleep. The Perfect Sleeper by Serta. Every perfect sleeper, from the Signature One to the Avanti with Pillow Soft Top, gives you firmness that feels good. Firm, deep support for your back and luxurious comfort on top for you. See your Serta dealer soon.
It's a good feeling to sleep the night away on a perfect sleeper by Serta. Be a perfect sleeper, by a perfect sleeper by Serta. It's a good feeling to sleep the night away on a perfect sleeper by Serta. Be a perfect sleeper, by a perfect sleeper by Serta.
It's probably the most important instrument you will ever own. It can bring you hope, joy, despair, frustration. It is your link with the rest of the world. It can be relief or agony, delight or frustration, fulfillment or disaster. Whatever it is there. A part of our lives we can neither ignore or deny. The telephone. Our communication with the stream of life. Our cast included Patricia Elliott, Larry Haynes, Ian Martin, and Earl Hammond. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents...
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Welcome to the world of your own terrifying imagination. No storyteller is better loved than the gentle Robert Louis Stevenson, who wrote Treasure Island and A Child's Garden of Verses. But strangely, there was another side to Stevenson. He was also the man who could write the blood-curdling history of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And this tale of violence and voodoo you're about to hear, called The Beach of Falisa.
Here, take a look through my glass.
Thank you.
Catch a bit of white there today's today?
Yes?
Yeah, that's your house. When George Underhill saw it, he said, "Oh, I've dropped into a soft thing here." Only saw him once more, and he changed, all right.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know if it was the gin or a strange kind of sickness, but they found him one morning hanging upsides down from his veranda rail, crazy as a loon, carrying on about someone watering his copra. He died in a convulsion.
No, was it thought to be the island?
Oh, no proof. But the next man Viggers shot his head, blew his head right off. And the first of the line of the Benton Far East Company, old Adams, he just plain up and disappeared as though that damn tropical forest reached out like a octopus and swallowed him, line and sinker. No, sir. No, sir, Mr. Witcher, trader or not, promotion with your company or whatever. You wouldn't get Captain Ben Randall here to set one foot on the beach at Falisa.
Our mystery drama, The Beach of Falisa, was especially adapted from the Robert Louis Stevenson classic For the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Alexander Scourby. It is sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, brewers of Budweiser. I'll be back shortly with Act One.
Excuse me, sir, but do you know what happens this time of year?
Right on, pal. I happen to know that right about now a freak blizzard falls on Dumont, New Jersey, and they're snowed in for the rest of the summer. Happens every year.
No. You see, what happens this time of year is that you can get a particularly good deal on what is perhaps the most luxurious mid-size car on the market, the mid-size Buick Century Regal.
What good's a car when you're hopelessly snowed in?
Well, that's a point.
Once upon a time, there came to pass a new law, and great changes came over the people. They were happy and busy themselves at work they enjoyed. They were kind to the earth, and it gave back to them. No one had to lock doors or put fences around their land. Everyone had enough to eat. The sick and the aged were cared for. The people stood proud and tall.
In the land of make-believe, there were no poor. The Campaign for Human Development is working to make the same thing happen in our real world.
Campaign for Human Development, United States Catholic Conference.
What do you tell a husband who comes home and says, "I just don't know about a vacation this year"? Well, you tell him about Ramada Inn's family plan, where your kids 18 and under share your room free. And you tell him about the toll-free Ramada Inn's reservation number, 800-228-2828. At least that's what I tell him.
At Ramada Inn's, you're always welcome home.
This is Frank Lieber. Join us Saturday night at 8 from Texas Stadium as the Dallas Cowboys return home to meet the Houston Oilers in the annual Salesmanship Club game. The play-by-play is brought your way by Jack in the Box, Family Restaurants, inviting you to stop in and try the Jack Steak Sandwich. And by Chevrolet. Many Chevrolet dealers are featuring year-end savings now. Another reason we say Chevrolet makes sense for America.
Copra is the oil from the coconut and is used in the manufacture of soap and margarine. 75 years ago, when Robert Louis Stevenson was alive, young Britishers would mortgage 10 years of their lives in the Pacific Islands to make their pile and come back to England to establish a business of their own. This, then, is Henry Wiltshire's story, which he can tell better than I.
It might not seem like much to you, but when you've been down the line as long as I have, that beach at Falesa looked like a ruddy city. I mean, there were houses, what passed for a couple of streets, a church, and even a few of my own countrymen. For nearly 4 years, I'd been cut off in a mucky little island, maybe 15 miles long, but narrow enough so you could spit across it given the right wind. So, whatever the ruddy captain said about Falesa, I didn't pay him no mind. It wouldn't be long before I'd be finding out I should have. But right then, I was as excited as a kid at his first circus. Here's a boat coming now. She's right in the pass. Looks to be a 16-foot whaler. 2 white men in the stern sheet.
Let's see that glass.
Oh.
Aye, that's Case, all right. And the pastor with him.
Case?
Trader with another company.
I'll be glad of somebody who speaks my own language.
I wouldn't be too sure of that. Jeremy Case has a gallows bad reputation.
You know what a place the beach is for talking. Well, it's right nice of them to come out to greet and fetch me.
Not you.
Huh?
What'll you bet it's gin they're after, eh? I'll lay you 5 to 2. They take 6 cases.
When the 2 traders came aboard, I was pleased with both of them. One was a Kanaka, to be sure. Case would have passed muster in a city. He was smallish, had a hawk's nose to his face, pale eyes, and a beard neatly scissor-trimmed. It was clear he came of good family, was splendidly educated. He had the courage of a lion and the cunning of a rat. And if he's not in hell today, there's no such place.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Wiltshire. Jeremy Case bids you welcome to Falesa.
Thank you kindly. Sorry we're to be in competition.
There's enough for all. I'll pray you better luck than your predecessors. Oh, I'm forgetting my manners. This is our pastor.
Pleasure to meet you, Master.
And it's our honor to have you join our community. We shall hope to see you at Sunday service.
So, Captain, it's a well-favored wind that's blown you our way so soon.
Oh, you mean Vic has left me a cargo of copra?
Sorry to disappoint you, Captain. Not a drop, I'm afraid, of either copra or gin. I'm only praying to God your ship is not as dry as his warehouse.
What did I tell you, Mr. Wiltshire? How many cases?
You couldn't spare 6?
Well, even though I don't ship for your copra company, I laid in plenty. I'll have your 6 brought up from the old. Cash on the line, eh?
Yes, always. Mr. Wiltshire, sir.
Yes.
If you don't mind the suggestion, let's round up your belongings and load them in the whaleboat.
Well, I wouldn't want to be any trouble.
No, please, sir, let me hear no argument. Oh, there's nothing like gin and lime to settle the stomach, cool the brain, and ease the mind.
Yes. Very kind of you to stand me a couple at the bar like this. What's the name of this place?
Whistling Jimmy's.
Oh, must be a cheery sort.
Was.
Huh?
We caught him watering the copra. He took a bullet in the throat. Well, let's have another round.
No, thanks. I must be off for my house and stop to get things shipshape. Besides, I must not leave Mano alone too long.
Mano? Well, you could have knocked me over with a feather when you hauled that 10-year-old out from between decks and said he was part of your belongings. You are a strange man. How can you saddle yourself with a Kanaka brat, club-footed at that? What happened to the mother?
She was killed.
By whom?
Her husband.
Why?
For daring to bear an island chief a son who was not perfect.
And you brought the child up?
No, the child was hidden and brought up by its nurse. When I came as trader to the island, the old woman cooked and cared for me, and I learned to know the boy. Shortly before I left the island, the old woman died. When it came time for me to go, I knew that Mano would be left to die. He was taboo, you see. So I brought him with me.
For what?
Well, no one deserves to die before his time.
A man dies when he has to.
Well, I have no wish to quarrel with so generous a host, but I must be off.
And I must go with you. Now, more than ever, we are ready to consummate the first rite for any man of our race on this island.
Huh?
Come, let's go.
Case insisted on paying treat and led me outside the bar. And I found myself staring at a crowd of girls, all dressed out for me.
They're ugly, but the best we could muster, old man.
Huh?
Chap has to have a wife.
Oh, no, I'm not so sure that...
You can have any one of these for a plug of tobacco. Besides, you have it all fixed up nice and legal. You just nip inside the bar once you've picked your chicken, and Blackjack the bartender marries you nice and proper. No, he's a chaplain, you know.
Yes, but I don't want to marry.
Leave all that to Jeremy Case, eh? Out of it as easy as in. Besides, you need a cook and someone to clean, and the man's got to have companionship or he'll go mad, yeah? Well, there now. Look them over.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They all look a little broad in the beam.
Ah, not the one I've picked for you, lad. Look.
She'd just come up from fishing, wearing nothing but a chemise all wetted through. She was young and slender, with a long face and a high forehead, and a shy, strange, childish look between a cat's and a baby's. Who is she?
That's Uma. If you'll take my advice, you'll take her.
Aye, but will she take me?
What choice has she? But if you like, I'll ask her.
Here's a late weather advisory from KRLD News. A tornado warning's just been issued for Ellis County, directly south of Dallas. It's in effect until 11 tonight. Radar shows a tornado some 5 miles north of Ennis, Texas. That's a tornado warning until 11 for Ellis County, directly south of Dallas. A tornado warning's also in effect until 10:30 for people in Kaufman County. That's a tornado warning until 10:30 for Kaufman County. For Dallas County, along with Ellis and Kaufman counties, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect till 10:30. There are severe storms with heavy rains, damaging winds, and some hail moving through Dallas, Ellis, and Kaufman counties. That severe thunderstorm warning until 10:30. And in addition, for Dallas, Kaufman, Ellis, and Denton counties, a flash flood warning in effect until 11:30 tonight because of the heavy volume of rain. That's a flash flood warning for Dallas, Kaufman, Ellis, and Denton counties until 11:30 tonight. This late weather advisory from KRLD News.
He crossed to her and spoke to her in Polynesian. For a moment she spoke to him in her pretty Polynesian voice. Then she nodded and came toward me with a free-swinging stride. She was the color of dark honey. Whether it was the breeze or her as she stood in front of me, she smelled of wild lime and vanilla.
Me, Uma. I am no ever, no man thing. You want me. I marry you.
I'm Sam Wiltshire.
Sama Wilshire?
No, Wiltshire.
Yes, Wilshire.
Well, I reckon that's as close as we'll get. You'll be calling me Sam anyway.
Yes, Sama.
I suppose that'll do, too. Did Case tell you about the boy?
Mano? All the same, you, son. Where your wife? You have other wife?
No wife.
Good. Oh, please, Sama. I wish for marry you. But not like this.
Huh?
I no bumboat woman. I be dressed all the same bride. You see? And I no marry you inside there. I marry you here. In open air. When sun halfway from palm tree tip to sea.
Light as a feather, she was on her feet and gone. Not running, but moving swiftly. Her head held high as though she was a ruddy countess.
That means she'll be back about 4-ish. Well, come on, we've time to hoist a few before the nuptials begin. Hey, take a seat, Richard. Excuse me for a moment. The bartender is also the minister, you remember?
Yes, Mother Case. Gin and lime.
In a moment. We'll be drinking all round. And you'll need your paper collar. There's to be a wedding.
Savvy. New trader, Same kind paper, like always.
Of course. I'll come with you and write it out for you.
Massa still not say who. Lucky girl.
Uma.
No can do. That magic to white man like that. Not with Uma. You know that girl.
I know that girl is the one to whom I want him married. To whom I will have him married. It suits our business. You understand?
Yes, Massa. If Massa say so. Black Jug know only one thing. This can only end bad. He's written in sand. 2 people die. What kind of man is this Jeremy Case? And what his purpose? By what combination of charm, legerdemain, or simple threat does he seem to rule Falisa, to hold its people in the palm of his hand? Last of all, why should the enormous man called Blackjack shake with an unknown terror at the impending marriage of the new arrived trader Wilshire to by far the loveliest girl in the atoll? I'll return shortly with Act 2.
Tell me, Madame Xanadu, can you really tell me anything about my future?
If you concentrate and gaze with me into the crystal ball. Ah, yes, it is beginning to clear. I can almost see.
Oh, tell me what you see, Madame Xanadu.
I see that you are coming into some money.
I am?
Yes, and you will continue to receive even more.
Oh, how much money will I get, Madame Xanadu?
You will receive $4.20.
$4.20?
Yes, every payday, because you will lower the amount of federal income tax you now have withheld from your pay.
Oh, for heaven's sake. What else do you see in that ball?
I see you filling out a new W-4 form so that you can begin receiving your windfall.
This message presented on behalf of the Internal Revenue Service.
This season's extra lightful entertainment at Dallas Theater Center is almost sold out. As of August 1st, there were only 20 seats available for each performance. Call 526-8920 today and ask for Max. She'll arrange for you to pick out your season seats and give you one free play. Call Max today at 526-8920. Dallas Theater Center's sold-out season begins October 8th.
This is KRLD News Director Dick Wheeler. Believability is the key to effective news reporting, and no broadcast news organization in Texas is more believed than KRLD News. Number 1 in audience ratings, number 1 in journalism awards, number 1 in believability, number 1 in now reporting. That's KRLD News, believed and respected by more people than any other radio station in the Southwest. You can believe it.
The beach of Falisa, a tropical paradise. Surely one of the loveliest settings for the most sacred rite between a man and a woman. And in Robert Louis Stevenson's tale, certainly the scene was magical. In his own words, the sun was down and the sky all afire. Uma was dressed and scented. Her kilt was a fine tappa, looking richer in the folds than any silk. She showed the best bearing for a bride, serious and still. And I thought shame to stand up beside her before that great grinning mountebank with his paper collar, making believe to read from an old volume of some novel, the words of his service not fit to be set down. And the document we signed. Since Case wrote it, let it be his voice to read it.
This is to certify that Uma, daughter of Fahabao of Faleza, is illegally married to Mr. Sam Wiltshire, and Mr. Sam Wiltshire is entitled to send her packing when he pleases. Signed this day, etc., etc., etc.
It was the practice in these parts, and all I could feel was so ashamed I had to be gone as soon as possible. Uma said she could show me to our house. Well, we strolled through the lush vegetation together until, forgetting myself, almost as though she was some girl in the old country, I unconsciously took her hand. To my surprise, after a sudden gasp, she caught my hand to her face and pressed it there.
You good.
It was all she said. Then she ran quickly up the path ahead of me.
It is good. Mucky, a boy. No, mano. But a father, you must say in English. He know my father. He is your Takashi. Without him, you be nothing.
Leave off, Uma. Don't upset her.
No, he must sabi. You are his tiki. You give him life.
Oh, we understand each other. Hey, Manbu, right?
Right, you governor. Put it down. Good night, Sama.
Good night.
This place be good, you bet. Good night, Uma. Tonight, Manu will sleep by and by Bahavo's house.
Why? This is your house.
Bahavo, say more better. Tonight is wedding night, Sama.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll walk you and Favao home, all right? During the walk back, my mind fairly reeled with all that had happened at first Falesa. I seemed to have suddenly dropped years from my life. Uma had kindled a lamp, and among all my tumbled possessions she stood straight like a queen, the lamplight shining on her skin. I was ashamed of a wave of feeling I had for this native, ashamed of the mock marriage and that worthless paper. Had to pluck up a lot of courage to enter.
Hello, Sama. Welcome. This, your home.
Aloha, Wahini.
No, Wahini. Me, your wife. But know what you want?
Damn, I know what's come over me.
You do.
Huh?
This case with supply by Cobra.
This supply buys nothing but trouble. Get me the hammer, will you?
Yes, master.
Esco?
Yes, Sama.
That's better. I could regret this. I could regret it 1,000 times. It isn't too late. But something good is happening. First Mono, someone to take care of. And now...
Here is hammer. What you do?
Miss.
That happy shoes.
Yes.
Why you do that?
You know why we come here, Uma? From the other side of the world? We who call ourselves white and think we rule the world?
Trade for cobra oil.
Right. So we can make enough money to go back to the old country and become kings. But in the meantime, the rot sets in and the dream gets twisted. It's another world. And a bloke don't belong. So he drowns himself in this. No good. A man who drinks is no good.
I think you one good man. Moon fed, sun die. All the same. Uma belong you till I die.
For the next 3 days, Uma, Manu, and I worked our hearts out, setting up the store and getting ready for business. I didn't see hide or hair of Case. But he told me he did a good deal of hunting and that it was very good in the bush, so I paid little attention. By Friday morning, we were ready for business. By Friday noon, not one customer had climbed the veranda steps. By Saturday morning, even the watching crowd of natives were gone. That night, I went to the bar in search of Case.
Evening, Massa. What do you like?
Nothing to drink, thanks. I'm looking for Mr. Case.
Oh, Massa Case. He take trip one other island.
Oh, I see. Jack, do the people know my store is opening and I'm ready to trade?
Sure, Massa, sure.
Then why don't they come?
Maybe no copra this time. Not rain. I not know. Just make drink for happiness.
Yeah. Jack, tell me, what happened to Viggers, the man who had my station before me?
Vigor, he was cleaning shotgun and...
Yes. And it suddenly went off and blew his head off?
Gun is bad thing.
In the wrong hands. Was Mr. Case on the trip then?
Oh, no, Mr. Casey. I don't remember. I think maybe, yes.
And Adams, the one before?
He drink too much.
I see. What about Underhill?
Talk too much, Massa Wedger. People, they wait for drink this Saturday.
I left the bar feeling everyone's eyes on me. I'd been too long in the islands not to sense what might be going on. I just couldn't guess why. And I had a cold, shaky feeling at the base of my spine. There's something wrong, Oma. What is it?
Nobody come trade. Yes?
Yes. Why?
There be taboo.
Why?
Nobody will speak. How can woman know?
One man knows everything around here. When he gets back, I'll know. Or find out the reason why. Case?
Who's that?
Welcher, I want to talk to you. And put that pistol away.
Reflex action, old boy. Not much time to talk, though. I just got back and
I know, I've been waiting for you. Case, here's a queer thing maybe you can answer. I'm tabooed.
No, you can't be. Not possible. However, just to put your mind at rest, I'll scout round and make sure. Well, I rounded it up with the chiefs, and if you ask me, it's the worst kind of thing I've ever heard of.
I am tabooed then, eh?
Something of the sort. The people won't go near you, Wiltshire. It seems, for some reason, they're frightened of you.
You've gone crazy, Case. What are they frightened of?
I wish I could make out. It's like all their tomfool superstitions.
You haven't been to my house once, Case, since I came. Own up now.
Well, I was busy. It was an oversight. I'm sorry for it. But about coming now, Wiltshire, I'll be quite plain.
Yes? You mean you won't?
Awfully sorry, old man. But that's about the size of it.
In short, you're afraid.
In short, I'm afraid.
You belong here, Uma, if anyone can understand. Tell me, why am I tabooed?
You mean you no sorry?
How could I? We don't have such crazy things where I come from.
Taboo belong all the same me.
To you?
Yes. Case want me for his woman, but I no want him. Case tell me, you love me so much, you no care. He no tell me, you no get cobra. So, I go away.
What?
Taboo go too. Then, you get much cobra. You like it more better that way. So funny.
No, hold on. Case seems to have played it pretty mean on the two of us. But I know now, and I don't want you to go away. I love you too much.
No. Tell me true.
Uma, I tell you true. I would rather have you than all the copra in the South Seas.
Now I die little because I am so much love.
Me too. But, Uma, tell me, why are you taboo?
Mama! Mama! Listen! He talks!
Who?
Missionary, he tell you everything more better from me.
As I came out on the veranda, the mission boat was shooting for the mouth of the river, so I started strolling down towards the river. From the opposite side, there was a man heading for the same place, and as he saw me, he started to run and got there first, as though to keep me from seeing the missionary. At the sight of him, rage flew into my nostrils, and I raced him to the pier. Get out of here, you little swindling thief!
Don't be a fool.
Well, I have been since I came here.
I have business here with the missionary.
So have I. And I don't want you eavesdropping, so I give you notice to clear out.
I don't take it, though.
He was quick with his hands, but had neither my height nor weight. Besides, I was blazing with a wrath that would have fit into a chisel. I hit him twice, once with each hand, and he went down with blood spreading on his face like a napkin. Have you had enough? Answer me or I'll take it out of you.
I could have put a bullet through you. Yes, enough for this time, with the missionary and his crew as witnesses. But next time, I'll kill you.
Father Talton, sir. I'm Sam Wiltshire.
Benton Company's new trader.
The same.
You make a poor impression rolling on the dock with a man half your size.
A giant on this island, Father Talton. He seems to control it. Father Talton, I need your help.
It was Case that you knocked down.
It was.
You're either a brave or a foolish man. I can promise you nothing except extreme unction when you need it. As I fear you may, since I know no way to protect you from the evil Falizar casts on your kind.
Why should a missionary, constantly out of touch with the process of life as he travels from forsaken island to island, envisage the imminence of death? There are more mysteries that haunt these islands than the ancient one of taboo. I'll return shortly with Act 3.
There's nothing wrong with drinking Budweiser sip by sip, is there? Well, the brewers of Budweiser think there's a better way. Sipping's fine if you're drinking wine. But Bud is the king of beers, a hearty drink. Look, rinse a 10 or 12 ounce glass with cold water. Then open a can or bottle of Bud and pour it right down the middle so it kicks up a good head of foam. Now, take a big drink and then swallow big. No sips. That's how it should be done. More taste, more beer drinking enjoyment. Thanks to exclusive Beechwood aging, Budweiser has a smoothness that lets it go down especially easy. Sure, it's an expensive way to brew beer, but brewing beer right does make a difference. That's why, when you say Budweiser, you've said it all. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
It's indoor golf time all this week at Northtown Mall. It's a great way to beat the heat and sharpen up your putting or driving game on Northtown's air-conditioned malls. Play a round of miniature golf on the tricky 9-hole course or drive a bucket of balls on Northtown's indoor driving range. And there's even a practice putting green. So go play miniature golf at Northtown, only 25 cents per round, and the hours of play are from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day this week at Northtown Mall, LBJ Freeway at Webb Chapel Road.
There's only one way to travel between Dallas and Fort Worth and the new airport. Sertran, the world's only luxury ground transportation system of its kind, can take you direct to any airline from any one of 4 off-airport terminals. Sertran, go first class.
The pace that Wilshire set up the hill to his house left poor Father Tarleton sweating under his bulky robe and more than a little out of breath. But if he harbored any unchristian thoughts about his host, they were quickly cleared when he learned the first purpose of his visit.
Now, here's the way of it, Father Tarleton. This is Uma, the woman I was married to by Black Jack.
The bartender?
Mr. Jeremy Case Esquire informed me he was a pastor. The certificate was written by that same Mr. Case, a dandy piece of literature, I promise you. But I'm not ducking any responsibility. I'm what you call a sinner, and I want you to help me to make it up to the person I deceived.
I shall be happy if I can.
Right. Uma, give me your marriage certificate.
Oh, why you want?
Come on, you can trust me.
You no hurt Uma?
Give me that and I'll show you. Now, since I signed this piece of paper, I found I'm taboo in this place because of my so-called wife, and I cannot trade. I want to be married right, by a real missionary. So fire away, Father. Well, there was quite a to-do, I can tell you. Mano and Favao had to be brought in. Uma had to be back in her wedding togs. And I took the father aside and asked him to say the service in native to please the others. We had 2 of the crew in for witnesses, and finally it was all bound up right and proper.
Mr. Wiltshire, I have rarely performed a marriage ceremony with more grateful emotions.
Thank you, Father Tarleton.
Do you want to know why your wife is taboo?
Of course I do.
I can tell you at least part of it. Old John Adams traded for your company. Shortly after he came here, he was stricken with the palsy. Massive, general. All of him frozen except one eye which winked. Constantly winked. This vile fellow Case worked up the word that he was the evil eye, that he was the devil, and would destroy the island. He persuaded the villagers to take this poor old man to the other end of the village and bury him alive. Only one person tried to save him. Your wife.
I work for him. He kind. No jabber.
Case won 2 battles. He removed a rival trader, and he was able to punish Uma for refusing his advance. Because she tried to stop the burying, he said the evil eye had entered her, and she was made taboo.
But Case, he promised on Bible, my taboo, not yours.
It's all right, wife. I don't blame you. Father?
Yes, son?
It's all of a piece, isn't it? Biggers never blew his head off. That was done for him. Underhill, he was a booze hound, which should have made it easy. He was poisoned. And Adams, buried alive. Now I'm tabooed.
The motive is obvious, even if we have no proof. A man like Case could only enjoy his single-handed control through fear.
Fear? What fear? He's only a man, and a small one at that.
But he holds some dread terror over their heads. I cannot stay this trip, for I am due at Falealihi. I will return as soon as I can. As for Case, without proof, there's little I can do.
Don't you worry about Case, Father. Now that everything's in the open, as it were, you let me handle Case. I didn't see him to speak to for several weeks. Meanwhile, Mano, Uma, Favao, and myself occupied our time making copra with our own hands, a piddling amount for all the labor. Finally, out of sheer frustration and boredom, and because we were tired of a steady diet of canned goods and local fruit and nuts, and to cheer up lonely little Mano, we went hunting. And I bumped into Black Jack. Hey, Jack. No road going eastward?
Oh, one time, one road. Now he dead.
Nobody he go there?
No good. Too much dabo he stopped there.
Man, he go there. No come back. You know plenty about devil. You think me one? No think. Devil. All the same fool. Uma, she devil? Before he could answer, far across the bay, I see Case come out from the hanging front of the woods, a gun cradled in his elbow. Hello, my friend, you no talk all the same true. Case go, he come back. Case, no, all the same. Huh? Case, te amo. Uma, I met Blackjack when I was hunting today. And I saw Case coming from the east end of the island, where there's no trail. Tell me, Uma, what does Tiapolo mean?
Devil.
I thought Aitu was the word for that.
Aitu. Other kind devil. Live in bush. Eat kanaka. Tiapolo, big chief devil. Live in home. All the same, Christian devil.
And I'm no further forward. Jack says Case is Tiapolo.
No, all the same. Case belong Tiapolo. Case all the same, his son. Suppose Case, he wish something. Tiapolo, he make him.
Well, that's right convenient. Like what? Out came such a rigmarole of stories I couldn't make head nor tail of them. It seemed that in the forest, Case had a church where Case worshipped. Now, I now began to have a glimmer of how Case had acquired his position, and though he was a tough nut to crack, I was no ways cast down.
You no go there. I no like you.
Uma, nothing would stop me now. I want to have a look at that place of worship myself, and then we'll see about the glorifying.
But nobody go there unless Tiapolo, he protect you.
I'll chance it with God's protection. I'm a good enough sort of fellow, I hope, for God to con me through. I left at dawn the next day, began to hack my way laboriously through the jungle. Queerness of the high bush is impossible to describe. Suddenly, I heard a sound that was so strange it chilled my blood and left me twittering in my shoes. But this was a sound my ear could follow, and finally I spotted it and climbed a tree to it. Crudely made from a candle box with a brand still on it and banjo strings. A wind harp. I think the upper class name is Aeolian or something like that. All right for you, Mr. Case. You frightened me once, but I defy you to frighten me again. I slid down the tree and, coming to the bottom of it, found a path that led me to my destination. Rum sort of place, too. There was a wall no Kanaka ever built. Must have been century upon century old, winding around a longish mound of earth. On top of the wall was a line of queer idols, carved and painted faces, ugly to view, with teeth of shell, and brightly clothed with cloaks that blew in the wind. And other harps were sounding from all sides. In a moment I was up over the wall into the mound of earth. Digging off the roof of earth, I found a tarpaulin stretched on boards. So this was the roof of a cellar. I climbed in, and there around a corner was a shining face of appalling ugliness, waxed and covered with luminous paint that occasionally smoked. Now that I knew how to fix Mr. Case, I went home.
I no let you go.
I'll tell you what. You fish me out your Bible, and I'll take that with me. That'll make me all right.
Maybe. But I no let Mano go with you.
Mano isn't scared of Aitu, not white man's. Right, Mano?
Mano no scare with Sama.
Besides, I need him to carry the fuses and the lantern. I have gunpowder, 2 dynamite bombs, gun, a machete to chop down those harps, knife.
Mano go. He's no job for woman.
That's telling her. Bye, old girl, I come back. Whole world is right. We almost didn't make it that night. Poor little Mano with his lame leg. But once there, it was easy. My chargers set in the cellar, the harps hacked down as we passed them, the statues piled on the top, the fuse laid, my patent match lit. Only one small difficulty. On the way, half our fuse line had been lost, and I must have overestimated the amount of explosives needed for when they caught. Keep your head down, Mano. You all right?
You betcha! Wow! Wow! Some other saying bingo bongo!
We better get out of here. Now, wait, let me light the lantern. There. Now, let me lift it and see just where...
Nothing, ouch! What? Well, why you talk so big voice? Case, he's coming.
My God, Uma, is that you? You're not afraid?
Too much afraid. I think I died.
Well, me too. How far is Case beyond you?
I don't know. I lost. He be here. 1, 2.
Good Lord. And me with a lantern lit. Fool that I am.
Blow it out! Blow it out!
No, no.
And this is for you, Witcher!
You've never had a leg bone smashed and tried to move. You've never known pain. It was a foolish move all around, for I couldn't reach my gun, and it alerted Case. He approached me carefully, his Winchester trained on me, his lips drawn back in a snarl that was supposed to be a smile.
You fool! If you left well enough alone, I'd have made some deal with you later.
Liar, you murderer. You have one more shot at me. Better be sure to be close enough so you don't miss again.
Right between the eyes. Are you ready?
I'd been as taut as a ship's hawser, but the moment he was close enough, I had him by the ankle, plucked the feet right from under him, and was on top of him with broken leg and all before he could breathe. His gun was gone, and he fastened his teeth in my arm like a weasel. Much I cared. My leg gave me all the pain I had use for, and I drew my knife and I got it in place. That's for Underhill. That's for Adams. That's for Vickers. That's for poor little Mono. And this is for Uma. For myself. What is there left to care for? I have nothing left. Huh? Where am I?
Home.
My leg?
It is set. It will heal.
Uma. You're all right.
Yes. I still your little wife. Bullet hit only shoulder. Soon heal.
And Mano?
He gone.
Huh?
Join ancestors.
Oh, poor little boy.
You listen me, my husband. Uma, your wife. I make promise. I bear you strong boy. Take Mano's place.
As it happened, according to Robert Louis Stevenson, Uma bore Sam his son, just as she promised. And for good measure, 2 daughters, who fortunately looked like her. With the curse at last removed, Sam Wilshire wanted no other home than the beach of Falesa. I'll be back shortly.
Pardon me, miss. Can you tell me what happens this time of year?
Rhubarb reaches its peak.
Nope.
Muskmelon reaches its peak?
No.
Oh, does it in any way involve something reaching its peak?
No, not really.
Oh.
What happens this time of year is that you can get a really outstanding deal on Buick's small but surprisingly elegant Apollo. And with what's happening to prices, you may never have a better chance to buy a Buick, huh?
Hey, I know what happened.
Yeah?
The buzzards come back to Hinckley Ridge, Ohio.
Oh. I hadn't thought of that.
How long would it take you to read a brief 3-page pamphlet on drugs? 3 minutes? 4 minutes? Well, not very long. And it would be time well spent. For your free pamphlet, write Drugs, Box 8200, Albany, New York. That's Drugs, Box 8200, Albany, New York.
But don't wait. Time might be running out. This message nationwide brought to you by the New York State Drug Abuse Control Commission.
this was not Sam's headstone. It was Robert Louis Stevenson. But it might as well have been. Under the wide and starry sky, dig the grave and let me lie. Here did I live and gladly die, and I laid me down with a will. Our cast included Alexander Scourby, Evie Juster, Ian Martin, and Robert Dryden. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
Now, a preview of our next tale. I tried writing about an actual incident out of my own life, but it came out garbage. Even I could recognize it was trash. That's when I heard the voice for the first time. Right out of the guts of the typewriter.
Get up, Dorn. Look at you, you're a miserable sight.
Can't be. I'm just hearing things. The typewriter that talks. I must be going off my rocker.
No, you're not. I exist, and what I say is real.
Who are you? What are you?
To start with, I am not a typewriter. I control it like I control you. You're both equally primitive mechanisms.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, Brewers of Budweiser, and Buick Motor Division. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Only one, Phenament, is a gentle chewing gum laxative.
And for a very good reason. It's pleasant to take. Phenament goes into your system gradually, little by little.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. The word motivation, from motive, simply means to impel or to excite. Most of us don't give much thought to what causes us to do this or that. We work to subsist. We love someone, so we're motivated to be attractive. Sometimes we are even impelled or excited by a motive. The strong desire to become a star, or to become a doctor to cure a disease. Praiseworthy motives. But revenge, greed, lust are also motives. Selfish motives. And all three are in Ruth Ordway's mind as she angrily paces the living room of a luxurious condominium in Sarasota. Our mystery drama, The Last Trip of Charterboat Sally, was written especially for Mystery Theater by Roy Windsor and stars Terry Keane and Mandel Kramer. It is sponsored in part by Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, Brewers of Budweiser, and Time Magazine. I'll be back shortly with Act One. Some marriages may be made in heaven, but others, for instance, those between older widowers and appraising divorcees in their mid-30s, sometimes appear to be calculated, practical arrangements. He acquires a glamorous companion, and she rises to a position far removed, say, from her job as hostess in a restaurant or as a part-time artist's model. Then what? After the honeymoon, they become acquainted. She finds him dull. He finds her childish. And so it is with Ruth and Cecil Ordway, who spend the winter in Sarasota. Cecil Ordway is on his way to join a fishing party on Captain Hodges' charter boat, Sally. Captain Hodges is topside awaiting his fishing party when he spots a stranger.
Hey, what you doing on my boat?
Looking it over, Captain. Anything wrong with that?
Yeah, everything. You're Tony Rose, ain't you? You know how I feel about you. Now get your tail off here. Go on.
Isn't this old tub for charter?
Don't make me laugh. It's for charter for money. That leaves you out. And even if you had, I wouldn't take you out. Now move. I got a party coming aboard in half an hour.
Oh, yeah? Ordway's party?
Mr. Ordway and two of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
If he bumps into you, there'll be trouble. It's pretty handy with that target pistol of his. And I wouldn't blame him none if he slugged you one of these days.
His wife wouldn't like that.
I don't know the wife, but I'll be darned if I know what any woman sees in a bum like you. Now, go on, get going. How did you know I was taking out Ordway? She tell you?
Sure. She hopes the old tub is seaworthy. She'd feel just awful if it sank.
Yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you had in mind, sneaking around? Now, shut off. Here comes Mr. Perkins.
Oh, so it is a stiff Ordway's office boy.
Number 2 man in Mr. Ordway's company sure ain't no office boy. Off my boat.
Afternoon, Captain Hodges.
Oh, welcome aboard, Mr. Perkins.
Am I interrupting anything?
No, nothing at all. He's leaving.
Haven't I seen you someplace before? Yeah, sure, with Mrs. Ordway. I'm a friend of hers. Oh, yes, of course. You were the beach boy.
Mr. Ordway and Mr. Gates ought to be right along. We'll sail at 4. So long, Tony.
Hey, do Mrs. Ordway a favor. Shove the old creep overboard. Wow.
You might have rung the bell.
The door was open.
I'll get my robe. And stop staring at me.
And Ordway wants a divorce. Well, he has got to be crazy.
Well, what happened?
I looked at the Sally. Captain Hodges came along. We swapped insults. And that stiff Perkins came aboard, called me a beach boy.
Aren't you?
The way he said it. You like him, don't you?
I do.
He's stuck up, kind of fancy.
He's a gentleman and very good looking. Also, he's important, a big man in business. What else happened?
Nothing. Your husband and some other guy went aboard, and the Sally cast off. I watched for a few minutes, then came back to see you.
Is that all?
I've got this idea.
What is it?
It's better you don't know. You said you wished your husband dead. He's divorcing you and naming me, right?
He wants a divorce, yes.
And he cuts you off without a cent.
Unless something happens to him before the papers are finalized.
Well, maybe something will. But I'll need some money.
How much?
$2,500.
That much? What for?
I need that much, that's all. And you'd better get it for me in cash.
Are you planning to do something to the Sally?
Maybe. Listen, I owe Captain Hodges one. He's given me a bad reputation. Just get me the money and buy a black dress.
Lieutenant Phillips.
Yeah. What's that?
A mile off K. Marco. Yeah. Well, why are you calling in the detective division? I see. $2,000, huh? A target pistol? Yeah. That strikes me as funny, too. All right, look, Frank Engel and I will look into it. We're on our way.
Yes, Mike. What's up?
Plenty. Charter boat Sally blew up an hour ago a mile off K. Marco.
No. That's Captain Hodges' old boat.
That's right. Coast Guard's at the spot waiting for the salvage ship. They'll try to raise her tonight. 2 men might still be aboard, a Cecil Ordway and a Fred Gates.
What about Captain Hodges?
Yeah, he's alive. So's another man, a Mr. Perkins. They got ashore in the dinghy.
I'm sorry to hear about this, Sally.
Flint Hodges is an old friend, and that boat was all he had. Who wants us to investigate?
Coast Guard.
Why?
Seems a wad of money was found in a tackle box in the dinghy, almost $2,000.
Whose is it?
That's what we're going to find out. They asked Captain Hodges about it. He says he knows nothing.
That sounds fishy. Of course, the Sally's pretty old. Sometimes they do blow up.
That's right, but what about the money, Frank? They also found a .22 caliber target pistol under the money with 2 shots discharged.
What? I don't connect it up.
Neither do I. According to the Coast Guard, Ordway and his friends went fishing regularly with Captain Hodges. Always late in the afternoon. Apparently it was just an excuse to get away. Float around, pull in the lines at 6 o'clock, have a few drinks, supper, play some cards.
Well, that could explain the money.
How? Unless the men gambled on deck, which I doubt, the money would have gone down with the boat.
Oh, yeah. Did the Sally just blow up?
Good question, Frank. We won't know until the boat's been raised and gone over, and that won't be till tomorrow.
No, if it didn't just blow up, somebody blew her up.
That's right.
Captain Hodges?
Would he sabotage his own boat?
No, I can't believe it. He loved that boat.
Yeah, it was probably fully insured.
That's a point. So's the dough in the tackle box. Maybe it is the gambling money.
Maybe the target pistol belongs to the captain. Put them together and you see where we come out.
Yeah. Murder and sabotage. I just can't believe it.
All right. Let's go have a talk with Captain Hodges at the hospital.
Hello, Lieutenant. Frank. How are you, boy?
How you feeling, Captain?
It's terrible. A little banged up, but that's not why. Some nice men and the Sally. Mr. Ordway is sure a fine man, and so is Mr. Gates and that Mr. Perkins. He rode me back to shore.
Mm-hmm.
The others, shots, probably. It was terrible.
You want to tell us what happened, Captain?
Do the best I can, Lieutenant. I was on deck. The sea was calm. The sky was soft blue. I thought I'd go below to see if Mr. Ordway wanted anything more ice, maybe more beer,
Mm-hmm. What were they doing below?
Playing poker.
I see. Go on.
And all of a sudden, there was a terrific explosion. I almost was blown overboard, but I held on to the wheel, and then Sally began to list to starboard. I rushed to the galley steps and met Mr. Perkins, who was coming up on deck. He says, "Let's get out of here, Captain."
What'd you do?
Oh, what any captain would do. I ran down to the galley where they'd been playing cards. Water was coming in a mile a minute.
Now, where were Ordway and Gates?
On the floor, covered with water. Dead, I guess. Explosion killed them.
Uh-huh. What'd you do then?
I tried to reach them. Next thing I knew, half the Gulf of Mexico come through the hole in the hull, and I was up to my neck in it.
Surprised you weren't drowned.
I thought I was. Sally listed something awful and began to sink. I dove through the hole in her side and somehow come to the surface. Then there was another explosion, and she sank. I was sure I was a goner. Then I heard Mr. Perkins yelling.
He rescued you in the dinghy?
Yeah, that's right. I owe my life to him.
Let me ask you something, Captain. Do you keep a tackle box in the dinghy?
A tackle box? What for? You don't fish from a dinghy?
They found your tackle box in the dinghy, Captain.
What? That don't make sense, Lieutenant.
They found some other things, too.
Like what?
Almost $2,000 in cash.
Huh? Well, whose? I don't have 200 to my name. Now, what you saying? My tackle box in the dinghy had cash money in it? Well, who put it there?
That's what we'd like to know.
Hey, now, what are you driving at?
Captain, do you own a .22 caliber target pistol?
Well, sure. You get a really big fish, sometimes you have to shoot him.
I see. You consider Mr. Ordway a big fish?
Huh? Mr. Ordway?
A pistol was found with that money, Captain, and it had been fired twice.
Well, I ain't used my gun in weeks.
Anybody else have one?
Mr. Ordway, we'd set out a small cork buoy once in a while, and he'd take pot shots at it, but no, not this trip. Be damned. Tony Rose.
Who?
That beach bum was always hanging around this Ordway. I caught him sneaking around aboard Sally half an hour before we set sail. Dirty little... He wants to come down to sabotage the boat.
Why would he want to do that?
Mr. Ordway was suing his wife for divorce, and naming that bum as correspondent. If he kills Ordway, she inherits the money and gets Tony. He did it. Just the kind of rotten trick he think of.
What about the money, Captain? Could he have planted that?
Well, I don't see how. He doesn't have a dime.
Mm-hmm. And the pistol with the 2 shots fired from it?
I can't explain that, Lieutenant.
Well, neither can we as yet. The ballistics experts will tell us all about the gun, and if the bodies of Ordway and Gates are recovered, we might be ready to issue a charge.
Hey, you suspect they were shot before the boat blew up?
That's possible. Better review your story, Captain.
I've told you the truth.
Well, I hope so, for your sake. Because if the gun is yours, and if its bullets killed Ordway and Gates, you face a charge of first-degree murder.
Circumstantial evidence has convicted many accused persons. We seem to have such a situation here. Because of greed, Ruth Ordway wished her husband dead, and Tony Rose seemed willing to make her wish come true. But greed also could have motivated Captain Hodges. His boat was insured. Money was found in his tackle box. So was a target pistol with 2 bullets discharged. I shall return shortly with Act 2. Motivation is the key word for Lieutenant Mike Phillips, and here, motivation seems to be greed. Of course, he may be a little ahead of himself. We won't know until the Sally is raised and examined whether it just blew up from old age or was sabotaged. And it's wrong to reach a conclusion without having the facts. One fact is certain, however. Mr. Ordway is dead, and probably at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. Lieutenant Phillips calls on his wife at 10 o'clock.
Mrs. Ordway, Lieutenant Phillips, Detective Division.
Come in. What are you detecting?
You mean you haven't heard? It must have been on the news.
Well, heard what? I've been out to dinner.
The charter boat Sally blew up in the Gulf and sank.
Oh, good Lord. My husband.
You knew he was aboard.
So soon. So sudden. Where is he?
The Coast Guard is raising the boat. He may still be on board.
Or he may be at the bottom of the Gulf.
Ms. Ordway, I know this is a very poor time to ask any...
No, it's your job. Please sit down.
Thank you. Captain Hodges and Mr. Perkins managed to get to shore.
Oh, I'm so glad. What happened?
Well, we don't know yet. There was an explosion and the boat sank. It was an old boat, you know.
Yes, I know. My husband preferred it to his own yacht. I don't know why. He went fishing with Captain Hodges several times a week.
He's an avid fisherman.
Well, it wasn't so much the fishing. He and his friends fished a little, but they just liked to, float along, have supper, drinks, and gamble. My husband was a poker nut, and he liked Hodges and his old tub.
He did like Hodges, huh?
Oh, sure. Hodges amused him. What did he call him? A salty old tightwad.
How about Tony Rose?
Tony who?
Tony Rose. I understand he's a close friend of yours.
How dare you? My husband drowned and you come here and insinuate about me and that beach bum? I ought to throw you out.
We understand your husband had filed for divorce and was naming Tony Rose.
That's what you understand? Well, you understand wrong.
Then I apologize, Mrs. Ordway. But Tony Rose was seen around Hodges' boat half an hour before she cast off.
So what?
Look, I'm sorry to upset you. I really came to tell you what had happened and to find out if your husband owned a .22 target pistol.
A gun? How would I know if he had a gun? What's a gun got to do with him dead by drowning?
We just like to check up on things like that.
Okay. You've checked up. Now check out.
Ruth.
Oh, Cal. I'm so glad you weren't killed.
You heard what happened?
Yeah, some cop told me. I know it's late, almost 11, but I just had to see you. And poor old Captain Hodges. I'm so glad he escaped.
Don't waste any sympathy on Hodges.
But I'm sorry for him. He lost all he's got, his boat.
He didn't lose anything.
He blew her up.
What?
Sure. The temptation was too big for him.
You've lost me, Cal.
Yeah. We've been going fishing with Hodges for a long time. He's seen the money we gamble with on the table, sometimes thousands of dollars. What do you suppose he thinks about standing on deck at the wheel?
He sabotaged the Sally for the gambling money?
And the insurance. The Sally was an old tub. What better way to get a new boat?
You know he blew her up?
Yes. I saw him shove money into the tackle box under the seat of the dinghy.
The gambling money?
Well, that's what it had to be.
What happened?
Well, just before 8 o'clock, I went up on deck for some fresh air. Hodges went down the hatch through the galley to the cabin where we'd been playing poker. There was a terrific explosion. The blast knocked me overboard. I swam to the dinghy and dragged myself into it. The next thing I knew, I heard Hodges yelling for help.
Explain again about the money.
Well, we just lay there in the dinghy for a few minutes, exhausted. I saw him reach into his jacket pocket. He was flat on his stomach, and shove a wad of bills into the tackle box.
Didn't you say anything to him?
No. Well, I was afraid to, because he had planned to kill all three of us. If I hadn't been on deck when the boat blew up, I'd be dead, too.
Oh, Cal. I never thought Captain Hodges would do a thing like that.
Neither did I. In a way, I'm sorry for him. But I'll have to tell the police what I saw. They probably know it already.
Yes, they don't think the boat just blew up. Are you really all right, Cal?
Oh, sure. All I need is a good night's sleep.
Yeah? Police.
Hey, what do you want? It's only 7 in the morning.
You want to talk with us in the hallway?
Okay, come in. What do you want? I'm still half asleep.
Well, this ought to wake you up. We want to see you at headquarters.
What for?
You'll find out.
You got a warrant? Is this a pinch?
Put on some clothes and don't give us a hard time.
Yeah, well, why not? What right?
Tony, what were you doing sneaking around Clint Hodges' Sally at 3:30 yesterday afternoon?
Sneaking? I was looking over the old tub.
What for?
It's a charter boat. The old Pelican takes people fishing. Anything wrong with looking her over?
No, not a thing. Unless at the same time you were able to stow some nitro and a timer in her hull.
Huh?
The Sally blew up.
Last night?
That's right. Killing Mr. Ordway and...
Hey, how about that?
You were rather friendly with Mrs. Ordway, weren't you?
Yeah.
Ordway fired you because you couldn't keep your eyes off her,
Hey,
didn't he?
man, what is this all about? You want to see my scrapbook and read my diary?
You had a long talk yesterday afternoon with Dan at his gun and tackle shop.
Well, why not? He's a pal of mine.
He knows about nitro and explosive caps and timing devices, doesn't he?
Well, sure, he's not running a pet shop.
So we put 2 and 2 together.
What two and which two?
Ordway fires you. He's suing his wife for divorce. She's still seeing you. If Ordway gets this divorce, she's left flat broke. But what if he dies? She's got the money, and maybe you've got her. That's the 2 and 2.
And I blew up the Sally, huh? Me, huh? If anybody blew up the old crate, it was Captain Hodges.
He accuses you.
Well, he would. Why would I blow her up?
For money. Ordway's dead. Don't tell me you won't benefit, Tony. You didn't ask Dan all those questions just to pass the time of day. You had a reason. You always have. We're not finished with you yet.
Tony, what are you doing here at breakfast time? You shouldn't be here. It's dangerous.
The cops went over me about an hour ago. I thought we'd better talk. You, know what's happened.
Yes. You're a much cleverer young man than I gave you credit for. Where did you raise the money?
The money?
The $2 grand and change they found in Captain Hodges' tackle box in the dinghy.
Oh, that.
What's wrong with you, Tony? I had a wish and you made it come true. I'll return the $2,000 or so today and another $5,000 for doing what you did.
Thanks, Dom.
How did you do it?
It's better you don't know. It's done. How did you find out about the dough?
Cal told me.
Perkins? He knew about it?
He saw Hodges take it out of his pocket and shove it into the tackle box.
Oh, I see. And where did Hodges get the money?
Well, according to Cal, from the table where the men were playing poker. I know how the money got into the tackle box, and so do you. You put it there.
Did Perkins know about what you had in mind?
Oh, Lord, no. There wasn't any love lost between him and my husband, but Cal wouldn't hurt a fly.
Why would he say he saw Hodges put the money into the tackle box?
Search me?
It doesn't make sense. How could Hodges hide the money when it was already there? Hey, Donald, is Cal Perkins covering for us? Are you sure you never told him you wanted to get rid of Ordway?
No. I think what happened was he saw Hodges fooling around in the tackle box and saw the money and just assumed Hodges had grabbed it from the poker game.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's good enough to convict Hodges. Was he banged up?
Worse than Cal Perkins, I guess. He almost drowned.
The cops made some cracks about you and me.
Who cares?
They think you may have put me up to it.
Well, they won't think so for long. It's up to Captain Hodges to explain that money, and Cal will swear he saw Hodges hide it. I'll have the money for you this afternoon.
No rush. Wait till this all dies down. I'll take the money when they arrest the old pelican and put him in the can.
Sorry to trouble you again, Captain Hodges. We've just spoken to Cal Perkins.
Oh, a good man. Saved my life.
I'm not so sure.
What do you mean?
Perkins tells a different story. He said the money in your tackle box was money from the gambling table. That you grabbed it and shoved it into the tackle box.
What? Well, that's downright lie. Gambling money? How in tarnation when I get my hands on that gambling money? When the boat blew, I was on the galley steps, and the next thing I knew, I was up to my neck in water.
So you can't explain the money? Or the gun?
I can't even tell you how the tackle box got into the dinghy. Unless Tony Rose put it there. Well, you both got my head spinning like a top, but I never stole a cent in my life, and Lord knows I'd never blow up Sally. She was my home, my life.
Captain, where were Ordway and Gates when you went down the street?
I think he was on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been drinking heavy. When the boat blew, Mr. Ordway was thrown on the underside of the table. Well, maybe they'd passed out.
No, Captain. They were shot. When the Coast Guard raised your boat late last night, they found Ordway's body with a bullet in it. Ballistics is checking it against your target pistol.
Oh, it's my gun.
That's right. And 2 shots have been fired from it.
But I told you I haven't used that gun in weeks.
Tony Rose could have swiped the gun, fired 2 shots from it, and planted it in the money in the tackle box, except for one important point. Unless Tony Rose was aboard the Sally, how could he have murdered Ordway?
You mean I shot those men and stole the money?
Cal Perkins will swear that you put the money in the tackle box.
Yeah, but the gun and the 2 shots...
We're checking the bullet to find out if it did come from your gun, Captain. And if it did...
Yeah. I almost wish I'd gone to the bottom of the Gulf with old Sally.
Either Captain Hodges is a very convincing liar, or he faces life imprisonment for murder. Temptation was placed in his way. Is he guilty? Is Tony Rose at least guilty of blowing up the boat? We know that he couldn't have shot Ordway, but he might have sabotaged the Sally. As Lieutenant Phillips said, the police aren't finished with Tony Rose. I'll return shortly with Act 3. Last night at 8 o'clock, the charter boat Sally exploded a mile off Cape Marco near Sarasota. The Coast Guard has determined that the boat had been sabotaged. The story in the newspapers makes it clear that Captain Hodges destroyed his own boat. Worse, he is suspected of killing 2 men to steal their gambling money. It's late in the afternoon of the next day, and Lieutenant Mike Phillips and Frank Engel are puzzling over the case.
Where are we, Mike? All depends on the bullet, Frank. If it was fired from Captain Hodges' pistol, I'm afraid he's had it.
I can't believe he'd do such a thing.
Now, look, he's nickeled and dimed all his life. You have a lot of time to think when you're floating around out in the Gulf, see all these rich guys day after day, gambling for more money than you make in a whole season, chartering trips. You might flip out.
But he's a smart old bird. If he planned all this, would he screw it up the way he did? Why didn't he make sure Perkins was dead, too?
Too bad we can't pin it on Tony Rose, but he was ashore. He couldn't have fired those shots. What was the printout on Perkins and Gates?
Nothing there. Gates was married. Perkins got divorced years ago. He's important in Ordway's company. He'll be president now.
That's a motive.
No. Perkins already was number 2 man.
Well, some guys like power.
Now, Perkins is clean. He's lucky to be alive. If he planned to murder Ordway, you think he'd risk getting killed himself? And that money has got Clint Hodges by the throat.
Yeah, the money. Money and love and love and money.
Love? Where does love come in?
Ruth Ordway. Guys go for her. Ordway, Tony Rose. Who else? There's dames like that, scalp collectors. What if she had Perkins on the string?
Sure. And that Fred Gates, too. Now, come down to earth, Mike.
Lieutenant Phillips. Yeah. Oh, good work. It's a real break for Captain Hodges. Prepare a search warrant for me. I want to go through Ordway's apartment.
I don't see what this is going to prove, Mike. If Ordway was shot with his own gun, it's at the bottom of the Gulf.
You're probably right.
Then what are we looking for? We'll give her another ring.
Oh, you again. What do you want?
We have a search warrant, Mrs. Ordway.
What are you searching for? And who's this?
Detective Engel.
May we come in?
I suppose so. What is this all about?
It seems that the charter boat Sally didn't just blow up. It was sabotaged. And before the explosion, someone shot and killed your husband.
What? That's impossible. How could he have been shot?
His body has been recovered, and we have the bullet.
You mean Hodges shot him and grabbed the money before he blew up the boat?
Money? What money is that, Mrs.
The money
Ordway?
from the gambling table, of course. What do you mean, what money?
Money from the gambling table?
Don't act so stupid. The $2,000 or so you found in the tackle box. You must have talked with Cal, Mr. Perkins. Didn't he tell you?
Oh, that money.
Cal saw Hodges put it there. That's why he knows that Hodges sabotaged his own boat.
That's more than we know.
What? Well, was there money in the tackle box?
Sure.
But it wasn't money taken from the gambling table.
It wasn't. Well, then where did it come from?
We have some ideas about that.
We haven't finished yet with Tony Rose.
How do you know the money wasn't the gambling money?
We know. Let's just leave it at that. Why do you ask, Mrs. Ordway?
Because where else could it have come from?
Well, we think Tony might have an idea.
Tony hasn't got a cent.
But you have.
Are you insinuating? Oh, no. That crack doesn't deserve. What are you here for?
To look around. You can get to work, Frank.
What's that box he's carrying?
A fingerprinting kit.
Now, which was your husband's room, Mrs. Ordway? I assume he had a room of his own.
We had connecting rooms, smart guy.
Okay.
What is all this about fingerprints?
A .22 target pistol was found with the money. 2 shots had been fired. The gun belongs to Captain Hodges.
Well, what more do you want?
The bullet taken out of your husband was fired from another pistol, probably his own. Now, I asked you last night if your husband owned a gun.
And I told you I didn't know.
So you told me, but he did have one. Captain Hodges said so. Your husband liked to take pot shots at a small buoy from the boat.
You think he shot himself?
No. Someone shot him. Hodges also told us that your husband's gun was missing. I doubt if he lost it. Somebody stole it, and maybe that somebody left his identification behind.
And where's the gun now? You haven't got it, have you? It's at the bottom of the Gulf.
It may be.
Then you'll never be able to prove who shot him.
Don't be too sure, Mrs. Ordway. There's other evidence from which you can make our deductions. I think I know what happened aboard the Sally. Now it's just a matter of dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Captain Hodges, I've got good news for you. The bullet that killed Ordway was not fired by your gun.
Oh, well, now, that's relief. Thank the good Lord. Whose gun fired the shot?
We think it was Ordway's.
You got it?
No, it's gone, and for good. Let me ask you a question. Has anyone used your 22 recently?
I don't think so. They'd ask. Unless it was snitched.
Well, somebody took your gun and fired 2 shots from it and tried to frame you for murder.
That no good beach bum Tony Rose.
Nope. He was on shore. If only we could recover Ordway's gun, we'd have an airtight case.
Who murdered Mr. Ordway, Lieutenant? Same bum who blew up my boat?
That's right, Captain. The same bum. Good work, Frank. Good work. That's what they took pot shots at, huh?
Yeah, a cork buoy, full of target bullets. Some are from Hodges' gun, but they're a bunch that match the bullet they dug out of Ordway.
So even without the gun, we can match the bullets and say that Ordway was killed with his own gun. Good, Frank. Very good.
And you were right about money and love and money, or whatever it was you said. Those bullets and the stuff we found in the apartment will send him to the chair.
Ordway wasn't fooled about Tony Rose for a minute. He knew Rose wasn't the guy after his wife. What are we waiting for?
Yeah. Let's make the arrest.
Hi, babe. You got the money for me? Bank closed at 3.
Oh, I've got something for you, you chiseling bum, but it isn't money.
Hey, cool it. What's this about?
You didn't blow up the Sally.
Well, of course I didn't. Have you gone bananas? Captain Hodges blew up his old tub. Isn't that our story? And isn't it worth the $2,500 plus the $5,000 bonus?
You're a real dandy, Tony. You're still trying to con me.
Oh, come on. You had a wish. I made it come true. Your husband's dead and Hodges gets life or goes to the chair. Happy ending for you and me. What's the matter? You gone soft about Hodges?
My husband wasn't killed in the explosion.
Come again?
He was shot and killed with his own gun, and then the boat blew up.
Who says so? The cops?
And they think they can prove it. They were here an hour ago with a search warrant. You know what else they said? The money found in the tackle box wasn't the gambling money.
Well, of course it wasn't. I put it there.
That's another lie. It was about $2,000, not $2,500. Where did you get $2,000? And what did you really do? Nothing. You sneaked around the boat, but you didn't plant the money or hide the pistol. You didn't do anything. But this morning you were taking credit for all of it, and now you've got your hand out for $7,500. Get lost.
$7,000. That isn't much for my silence, doll.
You're what?
The cops know about me talking with Dan at the gun shot. What happens to you if they force me to tell them why I asked all those questions about nitro and caps?
You would tell the cops I offered you money to kill my husband.
Didn't you?
You rotten lie.
Maybe I planned it and didn't shoot your husband. If Clint Hodges didn't, who did? You know. And so do I.
I don't.
Sure you do. Funny, isn't it? You and I planned to kill your husband at the same time your friend planned the same thing. Don't forget the money, babe. See you around.
Mr. Perkins, you're under arrest.
I'm what, Lieutenant?
Anything that you say will be held against you.
Under arrest?
You're charged with shooting Ordway and blowing up Captain Hodges' boat, the Sally.
You must be out of your minds. This is outrageous.
What you did was outrageous, killing 2 men and destroying the old captain's means of livelihood. And you almost got away with it.
I won't listen to any more of this. Get out of my room or I'll ring for the nurse and she'll throw you out.
When you planted that money in the tackle box, why didn't you soak it first?
What are you talking about?
You said Hodges took the money out of his pocket and shoved it into the tackle box. Hodges was soaking wet. The money should have been too, but it was dry.
And what about the bullet we dug out of Ordway?
Well, he's at the bottom of the Gulf.
You wish.
The Coast Guard recovered Ordway's body. The bullet that killed him came from his own target pistol, which you stole from his bedroom.
His gun case had some good fingerprints on it, Mr. Perkins. Yours. Under the case, we found some correspondence. The letters begin, Dearest Ruth.
And you read them?
We're dealing with murder. You loved Ordway's wife, and you wanted his job as president of the company.
I'll talk to you through my lawyer.
All right, but we know what happened. You went below when you came aboard the Sally. That's when you planted the explosive and the timing device.
Sometime earlier, you'd stolen Captain Hodges' pistol and fired 2 shots. You planted his gun and the money in the tackle box in the dinghy. Maybe the night before.
You'd also stolen Ordway's pistol. You were below. Just before the boat was supposed to blow up, you shot Ordway and Gates and rushed up on deck.
Captain Hodges went below when the explosion occurred. He escapes through the hole in the side of the hull and comes to the surface.
You rescue him in the dinghy and row the 2 of you ashore.
Why didn't you leave him to the sharks, Mr. Perkins?
I don't know. I planned to have all 3 die, but when I was floating around in the water, I realized if only I survived, I might be suspected.
Because of the divorce suit by Ordway naming you?
So you know that, too.
Mm-hmm. Was Tony Rose involved in this scheme?
Tony? Oh, good heavens, no. I used him as a decoy.
Wonder why Tony spent yesterday afternoon in Dan's gun shop asking questions about explosives.
He what? Oh, my Lord.
Meaning you think what we think. Tony was planning his own sabotage of the ship.
With Mrs. Ordway's money.
Leave her out of this.
Looks like you just beat him to it, Mr. Perkins.
He and Ruth, they had a plan. Is that what you think?
Could be. I think we should go down to headquarters.
You can't prove I shot Ordway.
I think we can.
I hurled his gun into the Gulf.
The bullet in Ordway's body proves it came from his gun.
But you can't prove that without the gun.
Yes, we can. Matching bullets were taken out of a cork buoy that he used to shoot at for target practice. And you know the rest. Fingerprints, love letters. You loved Ordway's wife and you wanted his job. Those were your motives.
So, Ruth and that beach boy...
Was he more than just a decoy, Mr. Perkins?
I often wondered.
You're going to have a lot of time to think that over.
For lack of a shoe, a horse is lost, and so on. If Ordway's body had not been found, the circumstantial evidence against Captain Hodges might have convicted him. But if is a big word. Greed, ambition, and infatuation, those were the motivating words in this tragic story. The plan was an ingenious one, but the person who plans a murder nearly always makes a slip. And so Mr. Perkins was caught. I'll be back shortly. Greed is destructive. Infatuation addles the mind. Ambition, within reasonable limits, is admirable, but excessive ambition, like any excess, is monstrous. As the philosopher said, ambition inflames the mind and puts it into a violent hurry of thought. Mr. Perkins was a victim of all 3 excesses, and he paid the price for them. Thank goodness he did. Our cast included Mandel Kramer, Terry Keane, Robert Dryden, and Russell Horton. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule, and Buick Motor Division. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Someone once said that we are what we eat. A statement I'd not dispute. But I think we might go a step further and say, at least with equal accuracy, that we are what we think. Curiously, though, our thoughts shape our lives, our very destinies. Most of us, as any psychiatrist will tell you, are motivated by thoughts so deep within our psyches that we're really not aware of them at all. In point of which, consider the strange case of Anton Stern.
But, Anton, please, Jonathan is dead. Our son died more than 6 months ago.
Stella, why do you do this to me? Why are you trying to break my heart?
Oh, my darling, break your heart. I'm trying to put the pieces back together again.
By lying to me? By telling me that Jonathan is back and... He's playing now. In the studio. Playing.
Anton, I hear nothing.
In the studio. Practicing. It's Jonathan, I tell you. Come, Stella. Come and see for yourself. Our son is alive. Our mystery drama, Concerto in Death, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by George Lothar and stars Marion Seldes and Ian Martin. It is sponsored in part by Sign-Off, the sinus medicines, and imported Vigna Rosé wine. I'll be back shortly with Act One. Here's... This is the strange story of what befell Anton Stern only a few years ago. A story few people know. Yes, I am talking about the celebrated conductor of the City Symphony. To begin this curious tale, I'll ask you to join me in the Stern's duplex apartment on Park Avenue in New York City. It is late afternoon of an overcast autumn day. In the gracious living room, we find Stella, Anton's lovely wife, and his equally attractive daughter, Rebecca.
Oh, Mother, stop pacing up and down. You'll be worn out by the time Father gets here. I can't help myself, Becky. I haven't seen him in 2 months. You should have gone on tour with him, or at least spent some time with him in one city or another. I would have you know that if Dr. Edmonds hadn't advised against it. Well, I'll never understand why. Granted, Edmonds is one of the best psychiatrists in the country, but still, he felt that my presence during the tour might be too much of a reminder of Jonathan's death. Well, you know as well as I that the tour was largely arranged as therapy. I never realized what mental depression could do to a person till Jonathan collapsed and died while recording the Paganini First Violin Concerto. Your father conducting. What a terrible shock. To see your son, only 20 years old, drop dead before your eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, Mother. I brought it all back to you. It's all right, Becky, dear. I expected Jonathan's death sooner or later. I was prepared for it. Your father wasn't. But he knew of Jonathan's condition, his congenital heart condition, but he never believed. It frightened me. The way he kept insisting that Jonathan was alive. Imagined he heard him practicing in his studio upstairs. Well, thanks to Dr. Edmonds, he recovered. And 2 months on tour has brought full recovery. You're here. I'll answer the door, Olga. Becky, how do I look? Beautiful. Only don't look worried, Mother. Smile. Yes. Anton.
Stella. Oh, Stella, my darling. I miss you so. I did. I too. Oh, how I've missed you, and it's good to be home, Stella. It's good to be home. Oh, Rebecca.
Welcome home, Father.
Oh, thank you. It's good to see you, my dear. You kept in practice while I was away?
Oh, yes. If I'd practiced any more, I'd have worn out the keyboard and the violin.
The violin? Oh, why waste your time? How many times have I told you why waste your time on the fiddle when your brother's a prodigy? You stick to the piano and leave the violin to your gifted brother. Believe me, you... What is it? Why are you all looking at me?
Well, you said... Well, you talk as if as if Jonathan...
Well, where is he? Why isn't he here to greet me?
McNally, I thought you said, when we talked on the phone, you said...
I know what I said, and I know what I'm hearing. What, Anton? Where is he, that son of mine? Where is he? Oh, of course. In his studio. Always in his studio. Jonathan, I'm home. Your father's home.
McNally, you said he was all right.
He was. Heaven help us till we came through that door. He was.
Anton?
Come in, Stella. All of you, come in. Are you all right, Anton? What is all right, Nah? To know that my only son is dead, that's all right?
You do know, then?
Oh, yes. But for an instant there, a few moments, I was sure I heard him practice. Just as he used to. And I rushed up here to the studio only to find emptiness. And then again, I knew he's dead. Dead.
Do you want us to call Dr. Edmund?
I'm all right. I'm recovered. As fully recovered as anyone can be after the death of his only son. You understand that?
Your only son? Yes, I understand.
What happened just now is just one of those things. Coming home after 2 months away got to me, that's all.
How about a drink, Anton? It's been a long tiring day for you. The plane trip from Seattle.
Yes. A drink would be good. Let's all go down and have one.
Come along, then, dear.
Stradivarius. Jonathan Stradivarius. Who moved it? Who? Well, don't just stare at me, all of you. The case, I placed it here on the table just so, with a bowl of flowers there and his photograph there, and it's been moved. Who's been touching this case, touching Jonathan's violin?
Well, I didn't know that you...
Wanted it untouched. But I said so. I made it clear. No other hand was ever to touch the strand. You?
Father, I didn't know. I
didn't?
Father, it's got to be kept in condition. It's a priceless Stradivarius. It's got to be played.
And you played it. You played Jonathan's violin.
Anton.
It was never to be touched. I said that. I made it clear never to be touched.
But Becky is your daughter, Jonathan's sister.
She's not Jonathan.
No. But I love you too, Father. Every bit as much as Jonathan did.
No, I love you, Rebecca, but never touch this again, please. It was his. It's all I have left to remember him. It's sacred to me. Promise me you will never touch it again.
I promise.
Yeah, more wine, Mac?
Thanks, Anton, of course. It goes well with the beef. Helga is still the finest cook in the world. She certainly hasn't lost her touch while we've been away, Stella.
No, and so long as she keeps her touch, I must be careful to keep her. You'd be astounded, McNally, at how many of our friends offer her more money to leave us for them.
Well, competition is competition. We lost Vladimir Oblensky, thanks to it.
The man who replaced Jonathan.
Blast the thought of my hand. That was clumsy of me.
No, of me.
Because you mentioned Jonathan? Huh. Nonsense. I tell you, I'm perfectly recovered.
Yes, Father.
We did lose Oblensky, as Mac says. He was not the finest concertmaster we ever had. Jonathan was that. No one can ever take his place, but Oblensky was good, very good. He left us in Seattle. Tomorrow I must try out another, a woman, Saskia, what's her name again?
Rubens. Better than Oblensky, ask me. Not as good as Jonathan. No one will ever replace him in the orchestra. Or in my heart. Speaking of Jonathan, Anton, Bakewell has asked me to talk to you again about releasing the Paganini First Violin Concerto. You know my answer? But, Anton, it was, if not the finest, certainly one of the finest things that Jonathan ever did. And it killed him.
Anton, you can't.
I can and I do, Stella. As for you, Mac, it was without doubt the finest thing he ever did. You know why? Because he wanted it to be. He practiced and practiced and practiced until I warned him that he would kill himself if he didn't stop. His heart. I knew his heart wouldn't take it.
But the heart attack, it could have struck at any time, anywhere.
Oh, he was determined, my son, Mac. Determined to play it to perfection. Perfection. And he did. And because of it, he died in front of my very eyes.
Oh, Father.
Leave me alone.
But, Father...
Rebecca! Sorry. I'm sorry.
Anton, she loves you as much as Jonathan did, perhaps even more.
More? Impossible. No one ever loved me as much as Jonathan.
But perhaps you never gave anyone else, gave Becky the chance.
Oh, why are you badgering me like this?
Anton, where are you going?
To the studio. And please, leave me alone there. I'm sorry, Stella.
It's not your fault. You know how it's always been. With Anton, the sun rose and set on Jonathan. Becky, she was always second in his affections.
And now, with Jonathan gone, she wants to be first.
No, I don't think that. I don't know. A young girl yearning for, reaching out for her father's love, that's all. She loves him. She wants him to love her, that's all.
Is it all?
What do you mean?
Jonathan is gone, Stella. But you know as well as I, he still stands between Becky and her father.
She's very pretty.
What, Becky? Oh, Saskia. Yes. And let's hope she plays as good as she looks.
Maybe we ought to move to one of the back rows.
Why now?
Well, I can see she's nervous. You know, a tryout. I'm sitting here. Maybe she'll just...
Forget it. Saskia Rubens is a pro. And all pros have nerves. All right, gentlemen, let's get on with it. Are you, ready, Miss Rubens?
Yes, Maestro.
Oh, you can take any moment you wish.
Well, it doesn't matter to me, Maestro. Whatever you want.
Huh? I see. You're very confident.
Well, why shouldn't I be? I wouldn't be here for a tryout if I wasn't good.
Oh. Very well, we'll try the first movement after the introduction. Miss Rubens, perhaps you'd rather try the rondo.
Well, what was wrong?
You ask me what was wrong. You don't know?
No, I don't.
You don't know. You're playing notes, not heart. That's what's wrong. Notes without heart. You might as well tear up the music. We'll try it again. This time with expression, Miss Rubens. Very well. Here we go.
What now?
I don't know. Miss Rubens. That fingering?
Yes, Maestro.
Where did you get it from?
Get it from? I don't know. I suppose I've always used that fingering.
You copied it.
I beg your pardon.
You heard my son on a recording in which he used that fingering.
Well, of course I've heard your son. I've heard every recording he ever made, but I've never copied.
Well, unconsciously, perhaps unconsciously.
Maestro, I have never copied anyone, including your son.
Ah. Well, then again, we'll try it again.
What, Becky?
No one ever played that passage with exactly that fingering but Jonathan, because no one else could.
By heaven, I think you're right. But if you are, Becky, what does this mean?
I don't know what it means, Mac. I wish I did.
Saskia Rubens using the same fingering as Jonathan Stern? Is it a coincidence? Or is some arcane force at work? Even Rebecca Stern is confused and unable to say what is taking place. Well, perhaps matters will be clarified when I return shortly for Act 2. When Jonathan Stern, child prodigy and at 20, solo violinist of the City Symphony under his father Anton, died suddenly, Anton fell into a deep depression. Recovered, or so it seemed, he took the symphony on a 2-month tour, from which he returned a few days ago. Now in the City Concert Hall, as Anton tries out a new solo violinist, Saskia Rubens, something strange and baffling seems to be happening.
Stop! Is this some kind of joke, Miss Rubens? Some kind of grisly joke?
I don't know what you mean, Mac.
No one has ever fingered that passage, played it the way you are, except my son, my dead son.
I've told you, I don't know anything about that. If I am using his fingering, it's an accident, a coincidence.
Accident? Coincidence? Mac, listen to him. You heard, is she using Jonathan's fingering or not? Well, she seems to be, yes.
But, Father...
And Mac, has anyone but Jonathan ever used that fingering? Not that I know.
Father!
If this was an accident, Miss Rubens, it's the kind of accident I won't stomach. And I warn you not to repeat it.
You needn't worry about that, Maestro. I won't be here to repeat it.
That's fine with me. You can get out.
Father, will you listen to me?
What, Rebecca, what?
You've forgotten something. Jonathan was the only one who ever used that fingering, because no one else ever could, until now.
Well, yes, you're right. Only a prodigy, a genius like Jonathan could... How could I forget?
Well, you were shocked and upset.
But Rubens,
As I said, it's just an accident.
No, Rebecca, not that at all. Don't you see, daughter, don't you see?
Well, of course. By the greatest good fortune, you found someone else to replace Jonathan as a soloist.
Replacement? She's no replacement. She is Jonathan.
What do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean? Oh, he's returned. His spirit. That wasn't Saskia Rubens playing. That was Jonathan. And the fingering. Her hand, but Jonathan's spirit in that hand. Why, don't you see? It was Jonathan's way of telling me he's returned. Mac, Get her, Rubens. Get her back for me. Oh, now, the way she stormed out, I'm not sure I can. You can. You will, Mac. You must. Well, Becky, good to see you again. Sit down. Cigarette?
Thank you, Dr. Edmonds. Thank you.
I read about your father's triumphant tour, I suppose it's called. Nothing but praise and acclaim for the orchestra and him. How is he? Did the tour turn out to be the therapy I felt sure it would be?
Well, that's why I'm here. I need your help for me as well as my father.
Something went wrong?
Well, when he arrived home nearly a week ago now, he thought... Well, it only lasted a few minutes. He thought Jonathan was still alive, that he could hear him practicing in the studio. Well, of course, when he went to the studio and Jonathan wasn't there, he realized it was just his imagination.
Well, these relapses do happen.
Yes, but the strangest thing happened yesterday afternoon. He was trying out a new violinist, Saskia Rubens.
Yes, I've heard of her.
Well, during the tryout, she played a passage the way Jonathan played it when he was alive, and she used the identical fingering that only Jonathan could use. And my father saw it, heard it.
Another little relapse? Huh?
I saw it and heard it too.
Oh?
Father thinks that Jonathan has returned to him. That using Saskia's body, his spirit and his genius has come back.
And you? What do you think?
Well, I don't know what to think. I've never been so confused. That's why I'm here.
Well, I treated your father's melancholia. Then when he went on tour, treated you for a milder, much milder depression. And once you faced the reason for your depression, you snapped out of it. Becky, what was... Tell me again, put it into words. What was the reason for your depression? Ah, come now, Becky, say it.
I was glad Jonathan was dead.
Why?
Because he always stood between my father and me. That my father loved him more than me. He did. He did. All my life I've wanted my father's love. And when Jonathan died, I thought at last I'd have it. But I haven't. Especially now that he believes. That he believes.
That he believes Jonathan has returned.
Yes.
And that, Becky, is why you're confused. Unhappy. You've allowed your brain to recreate the ghost we got rid of together, you and I. Becky, Jonathan has not returned. Rubens, this fingering of hers or whatever, she plays that way, that's all. As simple as that.
Oh, you can convince me. But no one will ever convince my father.
Yes, from someone, if not me, someone else had better. Because if he doesn't realize what he's come to believe just isn't so.
Yes. If he doesn't,
he'll lose his mind, Becky.
Anton.
Oh, yes, Stella?
Come down and have some lunch. All you do is sit here in Jonathan's studio holding his Stradivarius, fondling it, caressing it.
It was his. He loved it. I love it.
Yes, I know, but...
And I've had a thought. Sitting here holding the Strad, it's brought Jonathan closer, helping him to... Come in.
Anton.
Communicate.
Anton.
He gave me the thought.
What thought, Father? Oh, Becky.
At the concert tomorrow night, Saskia Rubens will play this Stradivarius. Jonathan Stradivarius.
But you said no one must ever play it again. That no other hand but Jonathan's must ever touch it again.
It will be Jonathan's hand that plays it tomorrow.
Anton, my dear.
It will help Jonathan, his spirit, help it to return. Why, don't you understand? It's only Saskia's body that sits there, but it's Jonathan who plays. Her hands become his. It will be his hands that hold the strand. Play it tomorrow night.
No.
Huh?
It will not be Jonathan's hands. It will be Saskia Rubens.
I tell you...
Bessie, you're deluding yourself, and worse, you're letting your mind, your emotions get out of control again and play you tricks. And if these tricks go on, you will go mad.
Oh, you sound like Dr. Edmonds.
Well, I'm telling you what Dr. Edmonds said. I've just come from seeing him.
Seeing Edmonds? You?
Yes. I needed help for a depression of my own.
Oh. Oh, well, I'm glad you went to Edmonds. Oh, why should that upset me? After all, we were all saddened by Jonathan's death.
I was not saddened. I was glad. Becky, oh my God.
You were glad? Glad Jonathan was dead?
Yes. Yes. And I'm sorry I was glad. I'm sorrier than I can tell you, but I couldn't help myself. You've got to understand.
Understand?
And
what kind of sister were you to rejoice in her brother's death? What kind of woman are you to be happy at anyone's death? What kind of daughter to take pleasure in my sorrow?
Oh, Father!
Get out! Get out of the studio and never, do you hear me? Never set foot in it again.
Father!
Out of the studio! Yes, and out of my life! Why, Mac, must you talk about this now, minutes before I go on?
I know it's not exactly the best moment, but Vic will ask me to ask you again.
And tell him the answer is no, and it will always be no. The Paganini killed Jonathan.
But, Anton...
Don't you understand why I can't release it? I couldn't bear to hear it.
I'm sorry, Anton.
Forgive me. It's the time you gave Saskia the Strad?
Yes.
And told her why I wanted to play tonight?
I did.
What did she say?
She said...
Oh, yes.
She said, tell him Saskia Rubens is the virtuoso tonight, not Jonathan Stern.
Oh, we'll see. We shall see. Come.
I don't know, Stella. He's in a strange mood. I've never seen him like this.
What do you mean?
I don't know. One minute he's irrational, I guess that's the word. And then the next, well, he talks about maybe he's to blame that Becky felt about Jonathan the way she felt.
He was. To a large extent, he was.
Saskia Rubens can play like that? Saskia Rubens is tonight's virtuoso?
Mac, what in the world? Why is Anton yelling at Saskia?
Like that. No one but Jonathan Stern.
What's happening to him?
Listen to him. It's not true. Not true. Jonathan is great.
Good Lord, he's talking to Saskia.
Jonathan. Mac,
He's gone crazy. Matthew's out of his mind.
Good Lord. Come back. You're here. Play, my God. Play. Look, he's swaying back and forth. He's falling. Somebody catch him. Anton.
In a moment of high drama, certainly never before witnessed in the concert hall, Anton Stern crashes across the podium to lie unconscious on the stage floor as the audience and the orchestra sit in shocked astonishment. I'll return shortly for Act 3.
Here's an important message from Buick. Buick wants you to know that a cash rebate of $500 will be given to everyone who takes delivery of a new Buick Skyhawk by Friday, February 28, 1975. And a rebate of $200 will be given to those of you who take delivery of a Buick Skylark or Apollo by February 28. Buick's cash rebate program is just one of many reasons for buying a free-spirited 1975 Skyhawk, Skylark, or Apollo. So see your Buick dealer.
Many families would like to visit their relatives in the upstate prisons, but they cannot afford it. So a few churches and other organizations got together to provide the buses and lodging so they may visit their relatives upstate.
The God we worship expects us to remember our neighbors and to help them. Join with others at your local church or synagogue and start treating your brothers and sisters like brothers and sisters. A public service of Religion in American Life, the Advertising Council, and this station.
Hello, I'm Helen Hayes. There's something very important happening in this country. High school students from 60 nations are living here for a year in the United States. They're learning about us, about our families, our schools, our communities. And we're learning from them. It happens through American Field Service, AFS, and the thousands of people who give their time to help others. Volunteers help find families to host students. They arrange activities in the community and help raise scholarship funds. AFS is an exciting and rewarding activity that deserves a place in your town or your city. To find out how you can help bring an international experience to your school and community, write AFS 313 East 43rd Street, New York, New York. That's AFS 313 East 43rd Street, New York, New York.
This is WBBM Chicago. News Radio 78, the time 11:07, 26 degrees at Midway Airport.
Unable to face the death of his son, Anton Stern, conductor of the City Symphony, vacillates between reality when he knows Jonathan to be dead and fantasy when only minutes ago he believed Jonathan's spirit had taken possession of violinist Saskia Rubens in the rendition of the Mendelssohn Violin Concerto. Now, in Anton's dressing room,
he lay him on the couch. Against the lamp. Thank you, boys. You'll close the door as you go out, will you? Mike? Take it easy, Anton. You're going to be all right. No, what happened? I must have fainted. I don't know. Yes?
Stella and Betsy, let us in. How is he? Oh, Anton, what happened out there?
I don't remember. No, wait. It comes back to me now.
Yes, Father. What?
Jonathan. It worked. What worked? The Strad. Letting Saskia play John's violin tonight. It brought him back from the dead.
Anton, you must stop believing such nonsense.
He was there before me on the stage, using Saskia, her body, her hands. The Strad is the link, the bond that holds Jonathan to this world. We can keep in touch, my son and I. Through Strad.
Father, you must.
Don't tell me what to do or not to do, Rebecca. Think I don't know what you're up to?
Up to?
You wish to keep us apart, your brother and I.
No.
Because you were always jealous of him, envious of him.
No.
You told me, admitted you were glad he was dead.
Anton, she never meant
He
that.
said it. Get her out of here.
Anton.
Out of my sight. Out. In heaven's name, Anton.
It's all right, Mac. I'd better go. He's out of his mind, Mac. He's out of his mind.
Get the strad from Saskia, Mac. Just as soon as... No. Get it now. You needn't tell me why you're here, Becky. The papers are full of what happened last night.
Yes, but Dr. Edmonds, they say nothing about what went on in my father's dressing room afterward. Nothing about Jonathan Stradivarius.
Why, no. Tell me.
Well, you know that after Jonathan died, my father put the Strad in its case and closed it and placed it in Jonathan's studio, flanked by vases of flowers, a sort of a shrine.
Yes. And also it was his intention that no one should ever play it again.
Yes, so it came as a shock to us all when he decided to let Rubens play it at last night's concert.
Why did he do a thing like that?
He got it into his head that Jonathan was using Rubens' body to return to Earth.
And if Rubens played Jonathan's favorite violin...
It would doubly ensure Jonathan's return.
He's convinced it did?
Absolutely certain.
What else happened last night, Becky?
Well, he believes that I want to stand between him and Jonathan, that I always was envious and resentful of Jonathan. And,
well, you were.
Well, I know. But you cured me of that. You made me realize it wasn't Jonathan's fame I wanted, but my father's love. And now that I want it more than ever, and want to give him my love to comfort him, he refuses to see me.
He'll change his mind.
I don't think so.
Yes, he will. He loves you, Becky. Loves you every bit as much as he ever loved Jonathan.
Oh, then why hasn't he ever shown it?
Maybe he's never thought he had to. Maybe he's always believed you knew it.
Oh, he's never said.
Exactly. Never said. Never opened his heart in words. That's half the trouble with the world, Becky.
Is it too late for us, my father and me?
It may be. So much depends on how deep he's gone into this psychosis of his.
Psychosis?
He's become fixated on the Stradivarius. Well, there are two ways to cure a fixation. You can either gently pry the patient away from it, a procedure that can take years, or you can risk smashing it.
And in my father's case?
Knowing him as I do, I would be for smashing it. There's risk involved, grave risk, but also calculated risk. The question in my mind is,
yes?
Are you willing to take that risk?
I?
You. Put it another way, Becky. Do you love your father as much as you think you do? Love him enough to risk his life and yours?
Anton, put the Stradivarius back on the table. Stop holding it, fondling it, caressing it.
It will bring him back to me. He'll come. I know he'll come.
Anton, dearest Anton, you delude yourself. Jonathan is dead.
There is no such thing as death. If you believe in life.
I want to believe. I loved him, miss him as much as you, but I won't. I can't delude myself.
Leave me, Stella. Leave me alone.
Come downstairs. I'll have Olga make tea.
No, I'll stay here.
Anton.
Here.
Thank you, Olga. I'll pour. Mac, you'd rather not have a drink?
Oh, no, Stella. Tea's fine. If we could only persuade him to see Edmonds again.
Oh, I tried. It's no use.
I lay it on the line, Stella. This could mean the end of Anton's career.
Don't say that, Mac.
Every penny had to be refunded for the concert the other night. The board of directors called me on the carpet this morning. They know there's something seriously wrong with Anton.
Well, I'm afraid we know that, too.
And then there's Bakewell. He says the recording company will sue if Anton goes on refusing to release Jonathan's last recording.
Oh, Becky. Mother. Mac?
Oh, boy, get those eyes. Oh, you poor kid. This has really got you down, hasn't it?
But not out, Mac. I've just come from seeing Dr. Edmonds. Well, why did you go to see Edmonds? What good can he do?
Mother's right, Becky. Now, don't get me wrong. Edmonds did his best, but it wasn't good enough.
He's upstairs, brooding in Jonathan's room. If he isn't already mad, Becky, he soon will be. But that's why we've got to do something drastic.
What do you mean, drastic?
Edmonds says that Father's become fixated on Jonathan's violin, the Strad, because, in effect, it replaces Jonathan physically. It's all that's left of Jonathan.
Well, I think we're all aware of that.
Yes, well, Edmonds says there are two courses open to us. One would be the treatment that would take years and might not be successful. And the other is to take the drastic action that I just mentioned and smash the fixation.
Smash it?
To bits. But if we take the second course, in Edmund's words, it could kill Father and me.
What do you mean?
I mean that if I fail...
You will do this, whatever it is?
I'm the only one who can. If I succeed, Father will be well again, and in another way, in a special way, so will I. But if I fail, he can... Well, he very likely will be driven into hopeless insanity, in which case he'd be better off dead.
And you?
Becky, you... Oh, I'd be better off dead, too.
And no one played the Tchaikovsky the way Jonathan did. No one ever could. Genius. Sheer genius. Mac, you heard him, and you, Stella.
Anton, eat your dinner. It's getting cold.
All some more wine, please.
You're drinking, too.
And even practicing. Why, when he practiced up there in the studio, I would listen for hours on end. Such sweetness of intonation, such delicacy of fingering and bowing, and why, I can hear that now. So clearly, so sweetly, I would almost swear he was in the studio now, practicing this very minute, practicing. I enjoyed his practice, too. Why, it was a privilege to hear him, Anton. You know, if I shut my eyes, I believe I could almost hear him.
Anton?
I do hear him. What? No, listen.
I hear nothing.
I do. Oh, no, Anton. I hear him. He's come back. His spirit came back. The studio. He's there now. Jonathan.
Please, God, make it work.
Jonathan! What is this? Watch!
I'm practicing. What else?
You in your hands, his violin, you dare?
You don't see what's so daring?
You are not to play it, not to touch it. I warned you. It is Jonathan's violin. Jonathan.
Well, seeing that Jonathan's dead.
He's not dead. His spirit lives.
Well, so does mine, and so does my body. He can't play it. I can.
He played it last night.
Oh, Reuben's played it, not Jonathan. Just as I'm playing it now, not Jonathan.
Sacrilege. Give me that.
No, I'll smash it first.
Are you out of your mind?
No, you are. You can think of nothing but Jonathan, always Jonathan, and because of that you become fixated on this piece of wood and catgut.
Oh, catgut.
You think you're the only person in the world who mourns Jonathan. You think you're the only one with feelings. You think Mother didn't die a death with Jonathan. But I didn't. Mac didn't. Oh, you selfish man, crying and begging for a little thing that was Jonathan, this fiddle.
Give it to me.
Oh, very well, I'll give it to you. But first, over my knee. Oh, and then against the wall.
No.
Yes. Take it.
Becky. How could you do this?
Oh, because I love you. You love me. Oh, Father, I can't bear it, but I must tell you. That look on your face. It isn't the Strad. It's a copy.
No. Not the Strad? Jonathan Strad?
Could I destroy that?
But
even if I could, there was no need. It wasn't a violin that had to be destroyed, only what it meant to you. I didn't break a violin. I broke your madness.
Do you know? I think you did. When you smashed it, splintered it, inside me, something, I don't know, it smashed and splintered too.
But it might not have. You might have been smashed and splintered. It was a risk I had to take.
And you took it, Becky. Because you love me.
I've always loved you. Didn't you know that?
Yes. And I love you. Only
what?
Till now, I never knew how much.
They say that when something is broken and mended, it is stronger than ever before. Does that apply to the human heart, do you suppose? I don't know about yours, but my heart's been broken more than once, and I'm still around. Well, my heart may not be stronger, but it's a lot wiser. Yours, too? I'll be back in a moment.
I want that sinus medicine.
Headache tablets?
No, sinus medicine. Sinus tablets. Helps the headache and the pressure.
Oh, you mean sign-off.
Exactly.
Headache pain is one thing. A sinus headache is something else. Sometimes your whole face can seem to throb with pain. You want relief. Take sign-off tablets. SINEOFF, the sinus medicine that gives you a full dose of pure aspirin, plus a sinus drainer. Sign-off, the sinus medicine that helps relieve sinus pain while you drain. And Sign-Off doesn't stop there. Have you tried Sign-Off Sinus Spray, the fastest known form of sinus congestion relief? It works in seconds. That's Sign-Off Sinus Spray. When sinus flares up, use Sign-Off tablets and spray, only as directed.
SINEOFF.
Sign-Off.
Exactly.
Sign-Off, the sinus medicines in the bright red box. Speaking of wiser hearts, as we were, Anton Stearns is much wiser. One thing Anton learned after a long chat with Dr. Edmonds was to tell someone of the love within him. Honestly, we just don't do it enough, none of us. Our cast included Ian Martin, Marion Seldes, Carol Teitel, and Lon Clark. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
I can't understand why you keep asking people to take you away with them, Lucas. I think you ought to make up your mind to get out of here, Mr. Albertson, not just so you can take me with you, but For your own good. Maybe they'll still let you go.
Let us go?
Well, damn well let us go if we want to go. I sure hope so. We could still leave tonight. Better chance to get away after dark than in the daytime. Now, look, you're going to have to explain that, Lucas. If you want us to take you away with us in case we go, well, you're going to have to tell us what is going on here. Well, they're all dead, you know. Not me. I don't think. But all the rest of them's dead as dead can be. Been dead for years.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.